And here we go. Round 2 of the doubleheader. Let's get it started. We are back, y'all. We are back. Where's my jacket? Where'd I put my jacket at? I should have been more prepared. Hold on, we might not have to use the jacket in the second game though. But here we are, doubleheader. Now Dimitri, my brother, was popping. Here we go. We're back at it. We are back at it. Here we are. I said, where's the jacket at? Where is the jacket? Didn't even realize I came back down without the jacket. Manuel Mercado. What's up, Manuel? Oh, would you have a dinner? It's a nice sandwich. Nice Italian deli sandwich. Ready to go. Big old game. Excited for tonight's game. You know, sometimes I'm not as excited for the non-Knicks game. Tonight, very excited for Spurs taking on the Thunder. Wembanyama making his return. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Thunder actually going to get a little bit of a test tonight. Let's see. Will their dominance continue despite the opponent, or will we see the Thunder a little overtaxed here tonight after a little bit of a cupcake schedule to start the year? Daniel Berry Sports. What's up, Daniel? Manuel Mercado said, are the Spurs ready for prime time? Good question. Young team, first time playing like real meaningful basketball game here against obviously the best team in the NBA, the reigning NBA champions, the favorites to repeat here tonight, or to repeat the season overall. Are the Spurs ready for primetime is a great question. It really is. It doesn't seem like it should be, but it is a great question. They are a young team. They have not played like a real meaningful basketball game. They get Wemby back. I'm going to be interested to see, what does Wemby look like? He's coming off a calf strain, which is, you know, we all know the issues of the calf strains. We don't have a lot of time here, so by the way, I don't know why I'm filibustering here. We don't have a lot of time, so let's run through the player graphics here. Tip-off should be in about 20 minutes. We've got about 20 minutes to run through this. We should be able to do it. We start with Victor Wembanyama, the technically the away team, I guess. Obviously, it's in a neutral site down here in Vegas, but Wembanyama making his return tonight so far this year. MVP-like numbers, 12.6 points, 12.9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.1 steals, 3.6 blocks. My man has been all over the place. You want some context for Wemby? It's Wemby, man. You just pray he has an off night. You try to get up under him. You be as physical as possible. Wembanyama, force him off his spots. Don't allow him to catch it close to the rim. Force him to shoot jump shots all night long. Obviously, easier said than done. If there's anybody in the world who can match up somewhat decently against Victor Wembanyama, it is Chet Holmgren for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Those two guys got a little bit of a rivalry between them personally that has built up over the years, and so it's going to be interesting to see these two guys go at it yet again here tonight. It's always a fun matchup when they go at it because they take it personally. For whatever reason, these two guys take it personally. Maybe it's the similar like physical tools that they have. Either way, though. Either way. Chet Holmgren takes the matchup seriously. Wembanyama takes every matchup seriously. So it's going to end up being a fun game here tonight. The Dog Catcher. What's up, Dog Catcher? Supper of brisket mac and cheese with Texas Toasted King's Hawaiian rolls? Oh, my goodness. Brother, come on. I just ate, and you're making me hungry again. So that's Wemby. We get over to the De'Aaron Fox, the second guy traded for last year at the deadline. The San Antonio Spurs rarely make these big-time deals here. But they traded for De'Aaron Fox. He's come back this year. Solid De'Aaron Fox season so far. 24.3 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 6.5 assists. We have not seen De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama play for extended time. When Fox got traded to the Spurs last year, Wembanyama went out with the injury. And then this year, De'Aaron Fox started the year with the injury. And then when he came back, Wemby went down with his injury. So actually, you know, it's going to be actually interesting to watch these two guys play together as the chemistry is going to slowly build as the season goes on between the two of them. 48.5% from the field, 38% from three-point range. Having a very good De'Aaron Fox-esque year. But again, What is he going to look like when paired alongside Wembanyama? How is that dynamic going to change? How is his aggressiveness? How he's going to play? Does he get more open looks? Is he going to be more accommodating as an off-ball player playing alongside Wemby? Is Wemby going to be more accommodating playing alongside with the ball-handling point guard like De'Aaron Fox? Just an interesting dynamic between the two guys who just haven't had a ton of opportunity to play together. We go over to Steph Castle, the most, in my opinion, interesting player for the San Antonio Spurs this year because he's making a leap to the point where I didn't think he was going to be ready to make this level of a leap. 17.4 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 7.4 assists so far for Steph Castle. 1.6 steals, 0.4 blocks, 3.9 turnovers. The turnovers are high, but they have started to come down a little bit as De'Aaron Fox has come back from his injury. So getting an actual ball-handling point guard to play alongside Steph Castle has taken the ball out of his hands a little bit more and taken the responsibility of having to play make out of his hands a little bit more. The high assist numbers are very impressive, along with the increased scoring numbers, along with the efficiency remaining the same as he attacks the basket. His uber athleticism just overwhelms his competition. 25% from three-point range. Obviously, that number is going to have to rise if he wants to play off of the gravity of Wembanyama or even a De'Aaron Fox alongside of him. You can't remain this bad of a three-point shooter. At 21 years old, second year, coming out of UConn, not that much of a worry. The jump shot looks decent. Again, just has to get better at it. Those percentages definitely need to rise. Counting stats up across the board and he has been the second best player for this team. You know, playing alongside Wemby, who's definitely the second best player, who's fantastic. And then Wemby goes down, De'Aaron Fox comes back. Playing alongside De'Aaron Fox, he has been the second best player. And at times, maybe even the best player, even along De'Aaron Fox on this team. He was definitely instrumental in pulling off that victory against the Los Angeles Lakers in what felt like a very, not all that troublesome game, right? They held kind of a double-digit lead majority of that game and was able to pull it out. Now, Dimitri said, I hope OKC wins so they can face the Knicks. Me too. I think both of these teams are really good, so I'm not rooting necessarily either way for one team to win over the other. I'm expecting a fantastic game. I want to see OKC get tested here tonight. It's going to be fun. We go over to Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell got off to a start to the year where it was like, oh, all right, not seeing much improvement from Devin Vassell. But as of late, Devin Vassell has been on fire. 15.7 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 43.7% from the field. Again, on the rise after a slow start to the year. Almost 40% from three-point range. He was hovering around 34, 35%, kind of middling three-point percentages, and suddenly seems to have figured out exactly his role here in the offense. He's been fantastic. Vassell has recently been taking a leap as of now shooting 40% from three-point range, which is exactly what they needed out of him playing alongside off of the gravity of Castle, of Fox, of a returning Wembanyama. You need a sharpshooter like Devin Vassell out there, and he has provided that in spades so far these last couple of weeks. Go over to Jeremy Sochan. I'm not even sure if Jeremy Sochan is going to be active tonight. He missed the previous game against the Lakers. No Sochan in that. Oh, no, I think it was DNP-CD, if I'm not mistaken. We went through it when we covered that Lakers game. It was interesting. He was not available to play. We'll see. They might need him tonight. They might not. His offense has not come around. Continues to be a very poor shooter from the perimeter. And just not providing all that much else. He's supposed to be a lockdown defensive player, and the defense has kind of been okay, but not great, I guess. And so you kind of search around and try to figure out what his role on this team is going to be. And, it just does not seem very evident that he may be a part of the future of this team. They may look to move off of him at some point, or maybe just hold on to him and hope he can continue to develop the way he's supposed to develop. Mark, what's up, Mark? We get to Dylan Harper, and he has been one of the most intriguing rookies of the last couple of years, in my opinion, just because he's the number 2 overall pick. He has immense talent. Any other team he gets drafted to, I shouldn't say that because, OKC exists, but any other of the teams in the lottery he gets drafted to, and he is in the running for Rookie of the Year because he has been absolutely phenomenal off the bench for no wardrobe change. I will say, I might take off this jacket. A little hot in here now. It's getting a little hot. I got the lights on. The lights emit a lot of heat. So we might take off the jacket and just rock the shirt out. Shirt-tie combo still works. There we go. Dylan Harper has been very intriguing this year. 13.5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists off the bench. Incredibly efficient. Only 28% from three-point range. But almost 50% from the field as a rookie. He's been spectacular off the bench. It's crazy to bring a guy of his level, his talent off the bench as your backup point guard. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We go over to Harrison Barnes, and as the veteran on this team, he has been spectacular. Lights out. Harrison Barnes has been great. He is shooting, 43.3% from three-point range. Every time he shoots it, feels like it's going in. He's been great for them. Everything they've needed out of him, he's been able to provide. Don Juan, what's up, Don Juan? Time for a loss for the Thunder. Let's see, brother. Let's see. It is time. It's about time they lose. It is about time they suffer a loss here. But Harrison Barnes, 13.4 points, a little bit of a resurgent year. The 33-year-old has been pretty damn good so far. Solid steadying force for a young, feisty team. Provides a great outlet for them. Don Juan said 24-1. GTFO here. Get out of here. Yeah, Don Juan, listen, we went through the Thunder schedule. They've had their schedule has been an anomaly. They've had the easiest schedule by far of any other team in the league. So are they stats maybe a little bit inflated? Is the record maybe a little bit inflated? Maybe a little bit. They are still the best team in the league. They are still likely finals favorites. Not even likely. They are finals favorites. The prohibited favorite, the Oklahoma City Thunder, of course. But does that mean maybe their numbers are a little bit inflated? Sure. We got the Keldon Johnson, 13 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists. So far for Keldon Johnson, he was also a huge X factor in their victory over the LA Lakers. And we could say maybe a little bit of a magnet ball game for Keldon Johnson, who started the game 3 for 3 from three-point range. But he has been spectacular as a downhill driver. I wrote down here, Johnson has been great off the bench, providing good defense and a physical downhill driver and rebounder. Puts his head down, gets to the rim, collapses the defense. Doesn't always kick it out, but just collapsing the defense and drawing multiple eyes to him keeps him extremely valuable to this team. He's having, again, a little bit like Harrison Barnes, a resurgent year, figuring out his role. Whenever you have like a guy who everybody will now orbit around, like a Victor Wembanyama, making the leap that he made this year into like legit MVP level player, it's much easier to kind of figure out where you fit in, right? Oda Austin said, welcome back. Appreciate you, Oda. Appreciate you. So Keldon Johnson has been spectacular for the Spurs this year, and maybe taking some of the shine off of Jeremy Sochan, doing I think what a lot of people were in the Spurs organization were hoping what Sochan was going to be capable of doing. This has not been at that level of player for them. But thankfully they have Keldon Johnson waiting in the wings at only 26 years old. Feels like he's been on this Spurs team for forever. He was one of the original draft picks when they initially started like the full teardown. We're rebuilding. Here's our lottery pick, our first like guy with our first building block. It was Keldon Johnson. And he was an 18-year-old guy out of Kentucky. They took a swing on him, the high-valued Kentucky product. He's been good. He's been solid. Continued to develop throughout his career, and here he is. KP got it. What's up, KB? Who is this? My man is a member. I got to go to the channel. I got to check out the name. Oh, that's Bossman KP. What's up, Bossman KP? Love the tie. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. It is one of my favorite ties I have. Matches the jacket perfectly. But Keldon Johnson's been great. He's been great. 57.5% from the field. Like I said, he puts his head down. He gets to the basket, scores almost at will once he gets down there. He's big. He's strong. He uses his long wingspan to finish through contact. 32.2% from three-point range. Not good. Not horrifically bad. Slightly above 30 is, not good. But knocks him down enough where you don't want to leave him wide open, but he's still obviously going to always be dared to shoot versus closing out on him and giving him a driving lane or a closeout to attack. We get to Luke Kornet, the San Antonio Spurs backup big, obviously made his name as a role player with the Boston Celtics, specifically last year where he had some really impressive games for them. And he has continued his good play here against for the San Antonio Spurs, I should say. He's been one of the better backup bigs in the league for a while. Filled in admirably as the starter for the Spurs while Wembanyama was out with the injury. 7.5 points, 8.2 rebounds. Once a Knick, always a Knick, former Knick. Luke Kornet, I'm always going to root for his success. Thankfully, he's no longer on the Boston Celtics, where it made it very difficult to root for his success. But now, over on the Spurs. I could root for him to do well. The lineup of Luke Kornet and Victor Wembanyama has actually been very fruitful for the San Antonio Spurs, so they'll finally get back to being able to utilize that here tonight. And going up against a really physical but small, with Hartenstein out, Oklahoma City team, we'll see if they decide to go to the double bigs and try to beat them up on the inside. I Like Shoes. What's up, I Like Shoes? Get the Carter Bryant, and Carter Bryant is essentially the Gershon Yabusele of the San Antonio Spurs, but obviously in a much different way. Yabusele is a veteran that they signed in the offseason that thought they might help them. Carter Bryant is a rookie, a 19-year-old rookie out of Arizona with a lot of promise. If he could actually knock down a shot, he'd be a part of the rotation, but Bryant gets spot minutes. The defense is impactful, but right now he just doesn't have NBA-level offensive capabilities. Can't shoot, can't drive, can't ball handle, can't really do anything on the offensive end right now at an NBA level. So he gets spot minutes. The defense is good. The defense is solid, physical, smart, intuitive defensive player. It's just, if you can't provide anything offensively, you're just, at that point, putting your team in a situation where they're forced to play 5-on-4 on the offensive end, which is obviously not a good situation to be in. So he gets some spot minutes here and there, but with a fully healthy San Antonio team, I don't expect to see him tonight. I Like Shoes said, I hope we win the championship game. It may not be a chip, but it's a banner to put up in the garden. Let's go next. I mean, look, man, they hand out a trophy at the end. I want to win it. I want to win it, right? It builds confidence. You're going up against either the Spurs or the Thunder, an incredibly good team from the Western Conference that you're not going to have a ton of opportunity to play as the season goes on, so too many times. So having kind of a free game, because the championship game does not count against the standings, so having kind of a free game to go up against and test your capabilities against either the Spurs or the Thunder is a good value prospect for the Knicks, because you're not going to have a ton of opportunities against these Western Conference top-tier teams. We get the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here for the Thunder. Now, here for the Thunder, we talked about the schedule thing. We talked about how maybe a little bit of inflated stats for the Thunder, but does not take away from the fact that they are the best, most complete, deepest team in the NBA who have been playing absolutely phenomenal. They have not let their guard down. The only time they did was the one game that they had against the Portland Trail Blazers, in which they gave back a 20-point lead and ended up losing that game. But we have probably the front runner for MVP right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 32.8 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 6.4 assists. He's been floating above everybody else. In terms of his efficiency, 55.6 from the field, 44.3 from the three-point line, and 88.1% from the free throw line. I mean, this guy, if he's putting the shot up, it's more than likely it's going down, whether it's from three, from mid-range, at the basket, from the foul line. It does not matter. This guy gets buckets all over the court. SG has made yet another leap this season. The reigning MVP has gotten even better. But again, maybe inflated stats a little bit in comparison to the schedule that they've had. Moran, what's up, Moran? Brunson on the bean. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Sonics. Blazers was a fluke. This is going to be fire. SGA versus JB. Let's go. Well, look, Knicks handled their business. Let's see if OKC can handle theirs here tonight. We get over to J-Dub, and after sitting out the first, 18-ish games of the season, J-Dub has returned for the Oklahoma City Thunder here, 17.8 points per game. Again, rounding back into form after being out for a while to start the year. Not 100% back to where he was before, but working his way back. It's still there. It's still J-Dub. He's still all-star level player, still an all-NBA level player, despite the fact that he might not be eligible for that, considering he missed so many games to start the year. He's not going to reach the 65-game minimum. So unfortunately for him, those accolades seem to be out of his reach so far this year, no matter how well he plays the remainder of the year. But about 18 a game, 5 rebounds, 6.4 assists is J-Dub. We know what J-Dub is capable of, right? He's back doing what he does. We'll see how he looks tonight matched up against a really athletic Spurs team. Get over to Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren obviously has the hardest job here tonight, trying to slow down a Victor Wembanyama who seems to be on the warpath. But luckily, maybe not so much, but Chet Holmgren will have the ability to go up against Victor Wembanyama in his first game back from being out with the hamstring injury. He missed about a month, a little over a month, Victor Wembanyama did. So Chet Holmgren will be catching him either not at 100% or maybe even a little bit rusty, or, he may still get cooked because that's how good Wembanyama is. Either way, Chet Holmgren has his plate full tonight. Defensively, we'll see what kind of impact he can have offensively. He is averaging 18.6 points per game, 8 rebounds, almost 2 assists per game to 2.1 turnovers. Shooting it decently well from three, 36.4%, 57.5% from the mid-range. He's been excellent in the absence of J-Dub. He was absolutely the second best player on the team. The defense has been as advertised at about 1.5 blocks per game. It's been great. He's been great. He's an important factor. Health is always an important factor for Chet Holmgren, for Victor Wembanyama. For anybody with this kind of frame that he has, where 7 feet tall, really skinny, really lengthy, people are always going to worry about both the foot injuries, hip injuries, leg injuries altogether and whatnot. So Chet Holmgren has had a healthy season. Wishing him a healthy season the remainder of the season. But Chet Holmgren versus Victor Wembanyama is going to be extremely entertaining tonight. Absolutely entertaining. Moran said Knicks need to trade for JW or keep the squad. Who's JW? Jalen Williams? J-Dub? Brother, he's not available. Moran said, skinny homies, unite. The dog catcher said, Ja Willie was not yet returned at the lineup at the time of the Blazers' dog hard comeback fluke win over OKC. I don't think it was a fluke, but yeah, he wasn't back yet. He wasn't back yet for that game. Now we get to Lou Dort. A lot of the role guys here for OKC. Very similar kind of archetypical players. Lou Dort, 6'4", built like a tank, built like a running back. 8 points per game, 4 rebounds, 1.1 steals, one of the better perimeter defensive players in the league. Lou Dort, 38% from the field, 31.2% from three-point range, not shooting it well at all. Last year, he was over 40% from three-point range. This year, struggling mightily from three to shoot it with consistency and regularity. The defense remains at a top level, but the three seems to have left him last year. Has not carried over yet into this season as of yet. Again, could get back to that, shooting it well at any point, but as of right now, has not been there for him. The dog catcher, this is a good assessment. No fluke when SGA is against you. You got to work to win. Yeah. I mean, look, man, they still have SGA out there. Still had Lou Dort out there. They still had Chet Holmgren out there. You know, they still had Hartenstein out there for that game. So, yeah, man, it wasn't a fluke. Still got to go out and beat this game, even though they were down their second-best player. That's how deep they are. We get over to Isaiah Hartenstein, who I believe is still out. Still unavailable to play here for the Thunder. As a matter of fact, Dort was out and Chet too? No way. Really? All right, never mind. Maybe a little bit of a fluke then. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I could check the Thunder injuries report real quick here over on ESPN. Isaiah Joe is out, Topage is out, and Thomas Sorber is out. So does that mean Hartenstein is back available? Hold on. Now they're going to make me check out Twitter. We came back big. Yeah, you shouldn't have been down big, though, if they were missing all those guys, brother. But I guess sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens, I guess. Real quick, let's look up the Isaiah Hartenstein. Isaiah Hartenstein. Name there that I missed. My bad, Isaiah Hartenstein. Gotta check to see if my guy's playing. They are returning Isaiah Hartenstein today and will have their healthy starting lineup together for the first time this season. Oh, Hartenstein is playing tonight. Hartenstein is available. Did not realize at all. Welcome back, Isaiah Hartenstein. Okay, we could talk about him real quick. Having him available. Having him available here for the Thunder is huge. Going up against a big team here with the Spurs. Going up against Wemby, having multiple guys you could put on Wemby and whatnot. Oof. Uh-oh, Knicks versus Thunder. Moran said, I have hair, but I kind of want to go bald. Caruso? Trying to rock the Caruso? Just listen, man. Just don't rock the Jalen Suggs. Rock the Caruso all you want. You got to be one or the other. All right, got to be one or the other. But Isaiah Hartenstein is back. That is huge. 12 points per game, 10.7 rebounds, one of the best defensive bigs in the league. I don't want to say anything too nice about him. He is a traitor. He is a true Benedict Arnold. I have nothing nice to say outside of that. One of the best defensive bigs in the league. Really, really good rebounder. I'm going to leave it at that. We get over to Alex Caruso. Caruso, the bald eagle. Absolutely fantastic, impactful player. Going to be interesting. Is he available tonight? I believe he's available. I didn't see him on the injury report. Alex Caruso is one of the best, most impactful role players in the league. 5.7 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Has not played all that well so far to start the year. He's only 31 years old. He is the elder statesman, the veteran of this team. I suspect he's kind of just pacing himself to the end of the year to kind of turn himself up when the playoffs come back around, because that's when they're going to need him most. They could survive without Alex Caruso. That's how deep this team is. Speaking of Alex Caruso, we get to his doppelganger, Cason Wallace. It feels like they've just cloned Alex Caruso into a younger version of him with Cason Wallace here. One of the best perimeter defenders in the league, gets to learn under Alex Caruso, which is kind of the like archetype he would be in the league, and has been absolutely paying off dividends. He's one of the best defenders in the league. Unlike Caruso, he's a consistent three-point shooter, 38% so far this year, early in his career. So he's been fantastic. He's just not the ball handler or creator that Caruso was earlier in his career. But Cason Wallace, absolutely fantastic with being fully healthy. Cason Wallace will now be coming off the bench, one of the best six-man in the league now he suddenly becomes. YDNYC, what's up, YD? Annoying interval here. Yeah, the reason the interval exists is because they're playing in the same building. So both teams going at it back to back. You want to give both of these teams here enough time to go through their pregame schedule, their pregame routines, their shoot-arounds, their layup lines, and whatnot. So that's why you have like the hour difference between the start times here, between the last game ending and now this game starting. I wrote here, it's crazy OKC found the perfect understudy to the aging Alex Caruso. It's crazy. It's crazy. We get to Aaron Wiggins, the man who saved basketball. One of the best role players in the league, 14 points per game off the bench, 3.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists. He's shooting it 43.4% from three-point range. He's been absolutely lighting it up from three-point range so far this year. He's been fantastic. 48.6% from the field. Sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. But when he does, the Thunder become damn near impossible to guard because you put all your efforts in stopping that starting lineup, and then a guy like Aaron Wiggins comes in and knocks down a couple of threes, and the next thing you know, you're in an uphill battle going up against their backup unit. We get over to A.J. Mitchell, one of the most surprising leaps so far this year, 14.4 points off the bench. They have multiple six men. They have Aaron Wiggins. They have Isaiah Joe, who's not even available tonight. You have Cason Wallace, and now you have A.J. Mitchell to add to that group. 34% from three, 46% from the field, 14.4 points per game. And when they were dealing with all the injuries, including the injury to J-Dub, A.J. Mitchell was very capable of stepping in. And even with the ball in his hands, he was able to just go one-on-one and make something out of nothing, playing alongside SGA. He, on another team, is probably just the starter and a good young foundational piece to continue to build around. On this team, he's just a solid 7th to 8th man off the bench. It's crazy how deep the Thunder can be. And that's going to wrap it up. That's the last guy we're going to talk about here for the rotation for the Thunder. The only guy they're really missing due to injury is Isaiah Joe, who normally plays. So outside of that, the Thunder are pretty fully healthy here tonight. Same for the San Antonio Spurs. So there you go. Two fully healthy Western Conference teams battling it out. Time to finally see what a fully healthy Thunder team looks like against a really good up-and-coming Spurs team here tonight. No blowouts, baby. No blowouts. Let's get a good victory here tonight. Let's get a good game. Justice Dead said so much for the game starting on time. Yeah, unfortunately. They say 9 p.m. here on ESPN, but we are approaching 9:20 now. We are now approaching 9:20. Zoom that out a little bit. Are we still going through, oh my goodness, still going through layup lines? We got more than enough time. Y'all, start the game. Jeez Louise. This is the Jalen Brunson crossover. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. This is the Jalen Brunson crossover. We got to see it. We got to see it in slow-mo. We got to see it. Are they going through the pregame? Here we go. We're going. Starting to get it going here. But in the meantime, we can watch this real quick. Jalen Brunson absolutely cooking. Cooking Anthony Black. Let me step out of the way. Oh, JB, don't do it to him. Oh, he hit the floor. Oh, JB, don't knock it down, though. Don't put him on a highlight reel. Oh, my goodness, Jalen Brunson. Oh, my goodness, JB. One more time. Oh, brother. Goodness. Oh, we got to get out of there before they take my stream down. We got to get out of there. You're not allowed to show murder during a live stream, so I got to get up out of there real quick. Also, I got to reset the score. JB made his ankles break. Oh, my. I mean, when you're sitting flat on your butt on the ground, man, that is a rough look for sure. All right, here we go. Are we tipping it off here? We're tipping it off. Let's do it. Yeah, we got player introductions going on. All right, we got player introductions going on. Just that said, Hartenstein starting. Yeah, fully healthy Thunder team. The only guy they're missing out of their normal rotation is Isaiah Joe. Fully healthy Spurs team. They're not missing anybody, I don't think. Matter of fact, before we start, we could check real quick. We can go to the Spurs. Spurs injuries. Wemby is playing, so there you go. The only guy on the injury report. And he is playing. So fully healthy Spurs team. Fully healthy Thunder team, except for Isaiah Joe, which is not that big of a loss. Moran said, yeah, I'm reporting you. You can't stream violence. You're not allowed to show murder, man. You're not allowed to show murder. So I apologize. YouTube. Strange Times. What's up, Strange Times? I got Wemby for 20. Wemby for 20 is not bad. Just as that said, Wemby looks extra tall tonight. Yeah, maybe he grew an inch, man. This guy just never stopped growing. Maybe he grew another inch. We should be all right. So the Spurs just got introduced, and we got the Thunder being introduced. Just that said, Wemby off the bench limited to 6 to 12 minutes? Is that what they just said? Is that what they just said? You're going to make me check the internet. You're going to make me go back to the internet and check it. Hold on. Wembanyama. Is that what the internet is saying? Is that what they said on the broadcast? I missed it because I keep talking. Wembanyama's coming off the bench for the first time in his career. Unfortunate. 6 to 12 minutes sucks, I will say. Okay. I mean, I'm looking for, like, if somebody is officially said he's on a minutes restriction, but considering he's coming off the bench, probably on a minutes restriction. Unfortunate. So, not fully healthy Spurs team. Wembanyama still limited. Now, Dimitri said OKC is definitely going to win. I don't know, man. I don't know. Still going to give the Spurs an opportunity here. Still think they have more than a decent chance. Now, Dimitri said no Wemby's guarantee OKC win. I don't know about that. I don't know. Even if Wemby wasn't playing tonight, I think Spurs still have a decent chance of pulling this one off. Get that out of there. Let's get that out of there. We can do this. Get ourselves situated for the box score because it's the only game on tonight, obviously. Got that ready. We got that ready. Oh, game hasn't tipped off yet, so we could have that set up, and then we're here. Boom, ready to go. Let's do it. They're saying that it's an 80% chance the Thunder win and 20% chance the Spurs win. Interesting. Bryant said, play 10 minutes or so. He needs the reps. Spurs have Cassell and Fox. Cassell and Fox? Vassell. They have Vassell and Fox. They do have Vassell and Fox. They also have Castle, who has probably been the third best player behind Fox. Not probably. He has been the third best player behind Fox. It's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see Spurs defense against SGA. Right? What does Castle look like on him? What does Vassell look like on him? What does Fox look like on him? Really interested in that matchup. Really interested. Mayweather said, make some noise to have semifinals at home court because of the point system. Boss Man KV said, Wemby for 20. Man, I got Wemby for 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We'll see. We'll see what he looks like. Apparently, he's only going to be playing around 10 minutes today, which is unfortunate just for the matchup purposes. But here we go. We're getting ready for the tip-off. Finally, 9:26 p.m. when they said we were getting off at a 9 o'clock start time. So here we go. Kornet is in the starting lineup for the Wemby off the bench thing, and Spurs win the tip. Here comes De'Aaron Fox, and we are off and running. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Dort to start. Fox coming to his left off the Kornet screen, driving it down, gets to the foul line in the paint. Little fall-away jumper over Dort, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound from Kornet, flips it up with the right hand, comes up short. Hartenstein clears it with a defensive rebound there. And so here come the Thunder, SGA up top, coming to his right, coming off the screen, in the paint, kicks it out. Lou Dort, a left wing three for him, comes up short, careens off the side of the rim. Castle able to chase down the rebound, bringing it down the other way, putting his head down, attacking in the paint, just bullies his way down, kicks it out. Harrison Barnes wide open, left corner three, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Hartenstein knocks it over to Dort. Dort gets it over to SGA. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Coming to his right off the Holmgren screen. Barnes switched on to SGA now. Up top pass to J-Dub, catches, swings it out to Dort. Dort being guarded by Fox to get over to Hartenstein in the paint, kicks it out to Chet Holmgren, a three. He knocks that one down. He has been knocking it down with some level of regularity so far here tonight, or this season. 3-0 start for the Thunder. Fox coming to his right up the screen. Pocket pass out to Barnes. Barnes blows past Holmgren, and then knocks down a floater over him in the paint. Not something we've normally seen from Harrison Barnes this year. SGA walks into a foul line pull-up jumper over Kornet and gets it to go. His first point of the game. First shot, first basket. Here comes Castle bringing it down the other way, being guarded by J-Dub. Has it up top, swings it out to Barnes. Barnes, a right wing three, looking to answer. Can't get that three-point shot to go down. J-Dub with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. J-Dub coming to his right up the Hartenstein screen. A pull-up three for him. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Kornet knocks the rebound over to Castle. Castle bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Vassell. Vassell attacking SGA off the bounce. Kicks it back out to Castle. Castle coming to his right up the Kornet screen. Dancing around it. Now coming to his left in the paint. Hesitation move. Scoop layup with the right hand. Got it to go past Hartenstein. Past Chet Holmgren. Still got the layup to go for Castle there. 5-4. J-Dub coming to his right off the screen. Throws a lob up to Hartenstein and he throws it down with two hands. Beautiful pass from J-Dub. Bad defense from Luke Kornet there. Bad defense from the Spurs to let J-Dub get into the paint like that. Here comes De'Aaron Fox bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Dort. They get it over to Barnes. Barnes hands it back off to Fox. Fox coming to his right, off the screen. Hesitates, kicks it over to Castle. Castle, jab step. Tried to throw it up top to Barnes. Gets picked off by Hartenstein. Bad pass from Castle. And here come the Thunder out and running. Dort, a left wing three. Knocks it down. And a 10-4 start. Here come the Thunder. Castle bringing it down the other way. Castle up top. He has struggled with turnover so far this year. Castle in and out dribble. Pump fakes from three. Kicks it over to Fox. Fox fires a straightaway three from him. Comes up short. Can't get the bounce as it careens off the side of the rim, off the front of the rim. And now here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. Driving to his left. Gets to the baseline. Pull-up jumper over Vassell. Got it to go. My goodness. Fading out of bounds. And a timeout already for the San Antonio Spurs. And it is a 12-4 start. You know, I said, damn, he is smooth. He is smooth. For all the hate we have for SGA, he is smooth. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Mark said, game's over. I don't know about that. Slow start for the Spurs. Fast start for the Thunder. Both teams working their way into it. Good timeout for the Spurs. Talk some things over. You got to come out with an answer. OKC said Knicks versus OKC incoming. Here we come. Here we come, y'all. Here we come. Just as that's needed that timeout. They did. They for sure did. Just as that's at Barnes Bricks. Yeah, 0 for 2 from 3 so far. I mean, the guy's shooting 43% from three-point range. Mark said, check out the Prime Vision. What's the Prime Vision? What is that? I don't even know what that is. What is the Prime Vision? Scoring plays, teams. You could check that. Oh, wow. This is interesting. What is Prime Vision, though? Mark said stream? Multiview? Cool. Yeah, I'm in Prime. I'm in Prime too. I'm watching on Amazon Prime. It is a Prime game. What is Prime Vision? Prime Vid carrying the game. He means, oh, it's like 2K? Is it a different stream than the main broadcast? Do I have to? Is the main broadcast? Is this Prime Vision broadcast? Okay, I see it now. All right, you want me to watch this for a second? Push down your remote. All right, I'll check it out. Moran said that's right. Knicks versus Thunder. Here we go. Possibly. I think you'll like it. I'll check it out. Maybe it'll make the game more interesting so far. 12-4 start for the Thunder. I said, wait, are you not talking about the game? So there's a different broadcast. So there's the main broadcast where you can watch the game, and then there's this Prime Video. What is it? Prime Vision broadcast. So I'll check out the Prime Video broadcast, see what it's like. I will say, I'm not in love with these Thunder jerseys right now. Not in love with these jerseys. Moran said, if the Spurs win, Wemby better play. Apparently he's on the minutes restriction, so. The Spurs and the Thunder will meet again on Christmas Day. So, don't have to wait too long to see a healthy Wemby go up against a healthy Thunder team. Here we go. Spurs bringing it down. Same lineups out there. Oh, I see. And they have kind of the player icons under the player. I got it. So Kornet has it up top. Kicks it out to Fox. Fox coming to his left. Swings it over to Castle. Castle dances with it. Steps back for a three. Thunder will live with that all night long as he throws up an air ball and it goes out of bounds. Thunder will live with Stephon Castle step back threes all night long. Is it different? I'm not liking it too much. I don't like the camera angles they're using. Kind of a top-down camera angle. Not a fan of it. But I'll leave it on for maybe the remainder of the quarter. We'll try it out. Hartenstein has it up top, hands it off to J-Dub. J-Dub gets it over to Dort. Dort hands it off to SGA. SGA on the left side of the court, on the left wing, being guarded by Vassell. Dancing with it, coming to his right, step back, kicks in the corner of the Dort. They run him off the line, throws up a lob to Hartenstein. Hartenstein, big one-handed hammer. And a 10-point lead is already opened up for the Thunder. Castle has it on the right wing. Driving to his left in the lane. Stops, turns, spins, pump fake. Goes up against Hartenstein, gets swatted out of bounds. It'll remain with the Spurs here, but 9-0 run for the Thunder. They take a 10-point lead. I'm going to switch it back to the main broadcast. I don't like the camera angle they're using. Mark said, I like this view like 2K. I don't like it. Dylan Harper is subbed in to get it into Vassell. Vassell mid-range jumper. Comes up short. SGA with the rebound. Here comes the Thunder bringing it down the other way. SGA coming to his left of the Hartenstein screen. Pull-up three for SGA. He's been on 5 from 3 this year. Misses that one. Hartenstein with the offensive rebound. Saves it out to Lou Dort. Lou Dort has it up top, being guarded by Harper. Driving to his left. Steps back. Pump fakes. Kicks it over to Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren pump fakes. Hesitates. Now puts up the three over Kornet with the shot clock winding down. Comes up short. De'Aaron Fox with the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Vassell. Vassell driving it down in the lane. stops, turns, kicks it out. Barnes, pump fakes from 3, steps back, sets his feet, fires over Hartenstein, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Vassell, extra pass over to Harper, pump fakes, behind the back, has it up top on the right wing, gets it over to Vassell. Vassell being guarded by Chet Holmgren, driving it down to his left, stop, little fall away out of the mid-range over Holmgren, finally got one to go down. Back to an 8-point game. All right, you got to start stringing together stops and scores if you want to get back into this one for San Antonio. Thunder bringing it down now. J-Dub has it up top, coming to his left, crossing over to his right, driving it down in the lane, leaves it off for Hartenstein. Hartenstein in the paint, brings it back out. Throws it over the top to Holmgren. Gets it knocked out of his hands by Barnes. Here comes Fox pushing it the other way. The 3-on-2. Out to Vassell. Right wing 3 for him. Comes up short. Long rebound over to Harper. Harper has it in the paint. Pass fake, pass fake, pass fake. Kicks it out. Barnes, a right corner 3. Another one. And another misfire for Harrison Barnes. Not the night you need from Harrison Barnes when he has been on fire from 3 all season long for him to go ice cold against the Thunder here tonight. SGA dancing around the Holmgren screen, coming to his right, step back, baseline, fall away jumper. Got it to go, because of course he does. My goodness, is he so smooth. Here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down the other way. Harper has it on the left wing, coming to his right, against SGA. Leaves it off for Kornet. Kornet up top, gets it over to Vassell. Vassell coming to his left off the Kornet screen. Mid-range pull-up jumper from him, and that's 2 in a row for Vassell out of the mid-range. Here comes J-Dub bringing it down. Vassell is going to pick him up off the screen on a switch. J-Dub driving down in the mid-range. Good recovery, forcing him to kick it out the door. Now over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein hits SGA, come back door, and he smokes a layup. Whoa! SGA misses a point-blank layup. Here comes De'Aaron Fox bringing it down the other way. Swings through down the lane, kicks it out to Barnes. Barnes up top to Harper, catches it on the run. High layup with the right hand, can't get it to go. Kornet, the offensive rebound, swings it out to Vassell. A left wing 3 for Vassell. Comes up short on it, battling for the rebound. Chet Holmgren has it. And now here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. 3's not falling for the Spurs so far. Good, decent looks, not knocking any of them down. Here comes SGA down the lane. Scoop layup, gets blocked maybe by Kornet. Hartenstein, the offensive rebound, out to Kornet, out to Chet Holmgren, excuse me. And then Kornet ends up fouling Holmgren, sending him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Did I never restart the timer? I never restarted the timer. 5:27 to go, my bad. Mark said OKC jerseys are terrible. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them at all. Not a fan of them at all. Zane Killian, what's up, Zane? Will Prime Vision make these jerseys go away? No, they will not. Caruso coming in here, subbing in. Stephon Castle subbing back in. Holmgren knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. You know, I said OKC distractingly fluorescent jerseys. Maybe that's part of the game plan, man. Maybe they think if they can get the ugliest jerseys possible to distract and blind the opponents, man. Maybe that's part of the strategy. Chet Holmgren goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Back up by 10. The Thunder go. 5:20 to go. Dylan Harper bringing it down. Coming to his left off a Barnes screen. Shovels it over to Barnes. Barnes up top. Pump fakes from 3 now. That should have been a shot. Barnes down the lane. Puts it up with the right hand. Gets that one to go past Holmgren. The second time Barnes is taken off the bounce and finish it. The old man still got some game. Still got some game. He said more than just a three-point shooter still. J-Dub up top being guarded by Harper. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Behind the back. Now coming to his left. They kick it out to Dort. Dort on the left wing for a 3. Over Johnson. Comes up short. Dylan Harper with the rebound. Here come the Spurs. Off and running. 8-point game. They can cut it back to 6. Harper up top. Driving to his right. Stops. Turns. Spins. They kick it out. Castle up top. They swing it over to Barnes. Barnes left corner 3. Fading out of bounds. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Harrison Barnes continues to misfire from 3-point range. Here comes SGA turning on the Jets. Attacking Castle. Scoop layup. Gets chased down. Blocked by Harper. And now here comes Johnson. Had the loose ball. J-Dub able to pick it up and saves it over to SGA. SGA at the foul line. My goodness, you got to be able to get that rebound. SGA now turns and fires from the foul line and gets it to go. Got to grab that rebound if you're the Spurs there. 0 for 9 from 3 is brutal. Yeah, like almost all of them, wide open looks. Got to knock them down against the Thunder. Got to bring your A game. Champagny is in the game. He's a knockdown 3-point shooter. Let's see if he can get them going. Get over to Castle, now over to Harper. Harper, a right corner 3. Can't get that one to go. 0 for 10 from 3-point range. Here comes J-Dub bringing it down the other way. Keldon Johnson will pick him up. J-Dub putting his head down, attacking, going right through his chest in the paint. Fall away, push shot over him, comes up short. Holmgren keeping it alive. Johnson does a good job knocking it out of the air, and Harrison Barnes able to pick it up. Here comes Barnes, hit ahead to Castle. Castle Going to look to quickly attack. Euro steps down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Johnson, he's going to fire a three, and he's going to miss fire from three. Now 0 for 10 from three-point range as a team. Here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Going to slow it down a little bit. Look for a good shot. SGA coming to his right. Barnes on him on a switch. Going to walk him down to his mid-range spot. Sidestep, fall away, mid-range jumper. Can't get that one to go. And here comes Castle bringing it down the other way. It's still a 10-point game. Say what you want. It's only a 10-point game. The Spurs have been absolutely awful offensively. As J-Dub picks the pocket of Castle, he's going to go down the other way and gets the scoop layup to go. Castle looking overwhelmed right now against the Thunder. They get over to Harper. Harper has it up top, being guarded by SGA. Harper dancing with it. Picks up his handle. They get over to Barnes. Barnes back over to Harper. Harper back to Barnes. Barnes is going to fire yet another three, and he's going to misfire on yet another three. Chet Holmgren with the rebound. They get over to SGA. SGA bringing it down. Putting his head down, attacking, kicks it out. Lou Dort, they run him off the line, drive him to his right all the way to the rim. Tried to throw down a big one-handed hammer, but he can't get to it. As Caruso goes into the backcourt to pick it up. Did somebody touch it for the Spurs? Shouldn't that be a backcourt violation? Either way, SGA has it on the left wing, being guarded by Champagnie. Over the top pass, gets picked off by Keldon Johnson. Another good defensive play from Keldon Johnson. Dylan Harper out on the break, driving it down, loses the handle, but he does pick up a foul on the Thunder. 2:26 to go, fast-paced game. Just as that's a brick for 12. Mark said, this is over. We want Wemby. Hey, man, it's a 12-point game. They've only scored 10, the San Antonio Spurs, obviously, right? They've had wide open looks from three. Harrison Barnes, who is a 43% three-point shooter, on, like, I would say 5 of them are wide open threes. He's 0 for 6, you know? Castle's 0 for 1. He's not a good three-point shooter. They'll live with that. Johnson's 0 for 1. He's not a good three-point shooter. They'll live with that. Harper is not a good three-point shooter. They'll live with that. So it's really Harrison Barnes just deciding he's going to turn into a bumpkin tonight. Absolutely horrendous start for him. Kinar said they don't call fouls in OKC. They're a physical team. When you're a physical team, you build up the reputation. And when you build up that reputation, you can get away with a lot. Just as Dad said, I stayed up for this. OKC should be up by 25. Excuse me, by 25 already. Yeah, look at the 12-point game. It's not like Spurs are getting blown out. I would have thought with this bad of a start overall from the Spurs, the Thunder should probably be up a little bit more than what they are right now. Kinar said, so Wemby is not going to play? He's going to play. He's just coming off the bench. Is what they said. Maybe he won't play. Who knows? Kinar said, I thought you said he was back. He is back. He just did not start. They said he's going to come off the bench and play roughly 10 to 12 minutes. Unfortunately. Wish they would have told us that earlier. But that is something we learned right before the game started. The Organic Biomechanic. What's up, Organic Biomechanic? Great name. OKC 125, Spurs 100. It is definitely trending that way as of right now. You look at the Thunder right now on the box score. 4, 5, 8, 3, 2. Everyone in the starting lineup has already scored. I could turn this heater off now. It is blazing hot in here. It's not blazing hot, but it is hot. This little mini heater is set to a temperature. But I'm already sweating. I had to take the jacket off. It's actually really stuffy in here. I'm going to open up the window, too. Hey. Jeez Louise. It's all falling apart. All right, there we go. Oof. There we go. Okay, Hazy said Spurs are nervous and young. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see what they look like. Keldon Johnson, I kind of like the way he's played so far. He's been energetic. He's saved them a couple of possessions there. Champagnie's in the game. He can be a knockdown three-point shooter. Harper's 0 for 2. One of them was a 3. He does have an assist and a block. So let's see. Let's see. They'll bring in Victor Wembanyama at some point. The ultimate sixth man in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama. So. Here we go, checking back in. David Osh Jr. said, just what we want, Thunder for the cup, loving it. True. Do want to see the Thunder. Do want to see the Thunder in the final. Cason Wallace is in the game. Alex Caruso is in the game. They get it into Kornet. Kornet up top. Gets it over to Fox. Fox coming to his left off the Kornet screen. Driving it down. Stop. Turn. Fall away jumper. High arcing. Got it to go for De'Aaron Fox. There you go. There's a basket. Now you need to stop. Easier said than done. The Thunder are out there with Caruso, A.J. Mitchell, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams with a three. Not J-Dub. Big man Jalen Williams. He misses it. Champagne with the rebound. Quick outlet to Fox. They throw a lob up. Terrible pass from Fox. Gets picked off by the Thunder. Here comes Caruso bringing it down the other way. Pocket pass over to Cason Wallace, who beat Fox down the court for the easy layup. De'Aaron Fox, not a good stretch there, both offensively and defensively with the turnover, and then not getting back on defense fast enough, getting Cason Wallace the wide open layup. Fox on the right wing, up top to Castle, catches, fires from three. They'll live with that, but he does knock it down. They'll live with that. Castle not known as a three-point shooter at all. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Coming to his right off the Jalen Williams screen. Up top to Jalen Williams. He's going to pick and pop from three. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Battle for the loose ball. Down on the floor. Johnson had it, lost it, still loose, out of bounds off of Champagne. And the Thunder are doing a great job of winning the extra possessions, the 50-50 balls. And the Thunder, not so much. Not so much. Organic Biomechanic said, give some likes, y'all support the channel. Appreciate you, Organic. Thank you, man. They get it into SGA, baseline, pull-up jumper off the inbounds, got it to go. Beautiful play, freed him up, knocked it down, back to 11. Fox gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Castle. Castle has it on the right wing. Gonna look to dance with it against Caruso. Over the top pass out to Keldon Johnson. A left wing three for him, and he got it to go down. Okay, hey, look, three-point shot starting to fall down for the Spurs here. They haven't lost confidence. They're still firing away. Back to an 8-point game, under a minute to go. 18-26. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Driving to his left. Kicks it in the corner to A.J. Mitchell. Pump fakes. Kicks now over to Caruso. Caruso, right corner three. Can't get it to go. Long rebound for Steph Castle, putting his head down, attacking down the lane. A lot of contact, spins in the air, and gets the layup to go anyway. He's looking for a foul. He doesn't get it, but incredibly creative finish for Steph Castle, who did a full 360 in the air and then laid it up and in. They kick it out to Jalen Williams for a three, and this time he gets that one to go down to get the 3 points back. Back to a 9-point game. It was down to 6 previously. Here come the Spurs bringing it down the other way. Under 30 seconds to go. They're going to hold it for what could be the final shot of the quarter. There's about a 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. Looking to run the pick and roll with Kornet. Coming to his left. Now coming to his right. Now crossing over to his left and kicked out of bounds by Steph Castle. And Castle saying it's a kick ball for Caruso. I dribbled it off his foot. Either way, they're going to give it right back to the Thunder here with 11 seconds to go. Greg Prime. What's up, Greg Prime? A.J. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Champagne. Putting his head down, attacking to his left. Behind the back. Step back. Leans in. Puts up the floater, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul, sending him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Moran said, I have a question. What's your question, brother? Just put the question in there. You don't have to say you have a question. Just tell me what the question is. Greg Prime said, low-scoring game. Very low-scoring game. I mean, OKC is going to get up to 30. Spurs, not so much. All right, it's so cold outside, I'm now going to close the window. You can immediately feel that cold air rush in. But definitely needed it. Definitely needed it. A.J. Mitchell knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. David Osh Jr. said, any Knicks sitting courtside watching the game? Not that they've pointed out during the broadcast, and not that I've seen. Mitchell goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Organic Biomechanic with the subscription. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. 3 quarters scored. Heat for the Spurs doesn't go. And the final score of the first quarter here is 31-20. Okay. Greg Prime said, Knicks are 18-7. Not bad so far. Not bad. Not bad. My goal before the end of the, after the Christmas Day game, so including that one, that would be 28 games into the season. my goal was for the Knicks to be, we wrote this down before the first preseason game. My goal was for the Knicks to be 18-10. We wrote it down, keeping it alive, 18-10, Christmas Day record, right? Wrote it down there, wanted to keep it alive. They are obviously on pace to beat that. They already have 18 wins, so they could lose the next 3 games in a row and still make my wish to be at the very least 18-10. So hopefully they'll be better by Christmas time now. Greg Prime said, let's shoot for 20-8. Absolutely, absolutely. That was my bare minimum. I wanted bare minimum 18-10. Obviously, I'm hoping for better. Angela Harding said they are watching in their rooms. They might be down at the casino, I'm not going to lie. They might be having themselves a time. Crank's demo, what's up, Crank? Still waiting on the pizza pie. James Warren, again, excellent job. Jumping in the shower, back shortly, thanks again. No problem, Crank, no problem. Rated E said, love to see the Knicks and the Thunder. JB will cook SGA. Look, man, I don't know who's going to cook who, but you're going to need your guys to play at their best, considering you're going to be down 2 role guys, and the Thunder are as healthy as they've been all season long right now. Kay Hazy said, so the thing I'm most concerned about against the Thunder is turnovers. Yeah, the Thunder, great ball pressure. They do a fantastic job of causing turnovers. I will say the Knicks are one of the best teams in the league on not turning the ball over. So, David Osh Jr. said Tuesday's game doesn't count towards the record. Yeah, which is why I'd like the Thunder to win so that we can have essentially a free exhibition game against the Thunder. High stakes in Vegas, national TV game, only game on that night. Trophy gets handed to the winner at the end. So, there's stakes there, but it doesn't count towards the record. So, kind of is a free game to test yourself against the best team in the league. Greg Prime said OG and Bridges can guard them. No. The same way I feel about nobody in the league can guard Jalen Brunson one-on-one. You have to guard him as a team. Is how you cannot guard SGA one-on-one. You have to guard him as a team. It's impossible. There is no way to do it. Not with the way the rules are legislated right now. There is no way to guard these offensive dynamic players one-on-one. It's including even guys like J-Dub. J-Dub is very difficult to guard one-on-one with his size and strength and speed. So, David said Mitch at the country music concert. Greg Prime said 2 of them best wing defenders can hold them down. You hope that you disrupt them enough and they have a bad shooting night, but there is no holding guys of that level down, brother. You have to do it as a team. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? You want the Thunder to win? I'm not necessarily rooting for either team. If you ask me, I'd probably prefer the Thunder, but I wouldn't mind the Spurs, as Wembanyama has come into the game, y'all. Here he is. He has arrived. Here we go, start of the second quarter. J-Dub bringing it down against De'Aaron Fox. J-Dub has it on the right wing up top to A.J. Mitchell, being guarded by Dylan Harper. Mitchell coming to his left, off the screen to get it out. Aaron Wiggins, straightaway 3. Can't get down when to go. Long rebound, Champagne able to grab it. Here comes Fox bringing it down. Cason Wallace guarding him. Cross-court pass to Champagne. Champagne swings through to his right. Leaves it out for Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper being guarded by A.J. Mitchell. Swings through, down, fall away mid-range jumper for Dylan Harper. Can't get it to go, but Wembanyama right there for the tip up and in. Wemby in the game immediately makes an impact. 22-31. J-Dub swings it out to J-Will. J-Will hands it off to Wallace. Back up top to J-Dub. Coming to his right. Dancing with it. Crosses over. Pulls it back out. Spins. Coming to his left. Attacking Barnes. Scoop lay with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Wemby with the rebound. Bringing it down. Gets it out to Harper. Harper. Cross-court pass. Champagne walks into a pull-up 3 in transition. Can't get it to go. Wembanyama battling for the rebound. Able to grab it. Has it in the paint. Stops. Kicks it out. Harper. Wide open 3. Knock it down. And he got it to go. 6-point game. 6-point game. 31-25. Wembanyama making a difference. A.J. Mitchell has it on the right wing, being guarded by Harper. Mitchell crosses over to his left. Takes it out to J-Dub. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Pulls it out. Dancing with it. Champagne switched onto him. Driving to his right. Kicks it out to Aaron Wiggins. Stops. Gets pickpocketed by Fox. They don't call him swipe with the Fox for nothing. Harper able to pick up the loose ball. Here comes Harper. Putting his head down. Attacking. All the way to the rim. Stops. Throws up the floater. Bad shot from him. Can't get it to go. Grabs his own offensive rebound and draws the foul. Dylan Harper said, I know I'd put up a bad shot, but let me go grab it and make up for it. And he did just that. Dylan Harper knocked down the 3. Coming down the other way. Now at the foul line for 2 free throws. Okay, Hazy said, scary Wemby. Here he is. Angela Hartenstein, maybe he can turn some things around. Maybe he can. Harper knocks down the free throw. Greg Prime said, lots of good young players this year. Lots of good young players in general, like, come into the league. It's not gonna, looks like it's going to be another stacked draft this upcoming one. Harper at the foul line, knocked down the first one, misses the second one. Can't be missing free throws against this team. And here come the Thunder bringing it down the other way. 5-point game, 31-26, 10:22 to go here in the second quarter. J-Dub has it up top, coming to his left off the screen. Behind the back, coming to his right, down the lane, foul line, fall away jumper. Got it to go for J-Dub, so smooth. Harper gets it over to Fox. Fox bringing it down. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Cason Wallace. Get it over to Barnes. Barnes gets it over to Wemby in the post, being guarded by J-Dub. Just fires over him. Can't get it to go. A.J. Mitchell with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Mitchell gets it over to J-Dub. Attacking to his left in the lane. Stop. Follow-away jumper over him. Comes up short. Champagnie with a good, strong rebound. Quick outlet to Fox. Fox bringing it down against A.J. Mitchell. Fox gets it down low to Wemby. Stops. Turns, spins. They bring a double team, and he throws it to nobody. Good double team from the Thunder there. They swing it out. Aaron Wiggins in transition to left wing 3. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. And Wemby chases down the long rebound. Wemby's going to bring it down now. Wembanyama up top. Gets it over to Harper. Harper looking to play the pick and roll game. Stops and pops for Harper. He's feeling it. Comes up short. Long rebound. Battle for it. Wemby knocks it over to Barnes. Barnes goes up. Takes the contact. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And Wembanyama still making plays. Not able to get to the ball. Not able to knock down shots. But saves the rebound over to Harrison Barnes. Knocks it out to him. Sharon McLean. What's up, Sharon? Good game so far. Knicks need to beat the Thunder. Let's see if the Thunder make it. Crank, what's up, Crank? You think Thunder will beat Chicago's single-season record for losses? Like wins? You mean? Like, will they win more games than the Bulls that year? As Barnes misses a free throw again. Can't be missing free throws against this team. You need to play at your best here. Greg Prime said Khan, Edgecombe, Coop, Harper. Yeah, list goes on. List goes on and on. As Harrison Barnes misses both free throws. He's missed all his threes. He's 0 for 6 from 3. Now misses 2 free throws in a row. Harrison Barnes is selling tonight. A.J. Mitchell up top, attacking Harper off the bounce. Coming to his right, stops, turns, hesitates, now driving it down, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on the bounce. So he's side out of bounds here for the Thunder. Stephon Castle coming in for Fox. They get it into Mitchell. Swings through to his left off the Jalen Williams screen. Swings it out to J-Dub. J-Dub up top being guarded by Castle. Swings it back to, tried to swing it back to A.J. Mitchell. Wemby knocked it out of the air, but then A.J. Mitchell chased him down and stole it right back. Mitchell gets it over to Wallace. Wallace fires a right wing 3. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. Quick outlet to Wemby. Wemby on the right wing. Picks up his handle. Gets it over to Champagnie. Now back to Wemby. Wemby spins, slips, falls, saves it out. Champagnie, deep right corner 3 over Jalen Williams, and he splashes it nothing but net. Wemby all over the place right now. You can see the rust on Wembanyama. He's slipping and falling all over the place. He can't even handle the ball properly right now. Thunder are digging down and knocking it out of his hands constantly. But the hustle, the effort, the energy, saved it out to Champagnie for a 3. And guess what, y'all? It's a 4-point game. It's a 4-point game. Tried to tell y'all, game not over yet. Game not over yet. They got off to an incredibly poor start. It is a 4-point game. You know, I said that kind of play is what I'm talking about. Yeah, with all the fouls and the hacking and the whacking. They didn't call any of it. Wembanyama had to fight for that ball and save it out to Champagnie. Yeah, I see what you mean, brother. We all see what you mean. That's hoops. Fight for it. Moran said, VJ Blue passed the defender the other day. So sad to watch. Sickening. What do you mean? What does that comment mean, brother? Greg Prime said, Edgecombe and Maxey are saving Philly from an awful Embiid contract. They are, although Embiid did have 39 the other day, so who knows? Who knows? They are also saving them from a terrible Paul George contract. Harrison Barnes is selling tonight. He's 0 for 6 from 3. Just missed 2 free throws. Not great. Not great. Robert Seifman? What's up, Rob? I love the low scoring game. It just shows that basketball is more than a 3-point shooting contest. I'll tell you, brother. If you think basketball is more than just a 3-point shooting contest when both sides are still making threes, I don't know what you're really watching, my man. Greg Palm said, yeah, PG2. Wow, they lucked out with those two kids. Yeah. I mean, the Maxey thing is crazy for him to be as good as he is, right? I always thought he was going to be a good NBA player, but this dude is legitimately, like, so far this season, he is for sure, like, a top 10 player. OKC, what's up, OKC? OKC fans in here tonight? Probably. Hope so. I said the Embiid contract did nothing next to the PG contract. Woo, PU stinks. Yeah, I mean, it was a full max contract for PG, and he has been horrible. He's been horrible. It's getting hot in here again. I got to open up this window again. Maybe just a crack. Yeah, just like that. Should be all right. Need that cold air in here. Harrison Barnes 0 for 6 from 3 is destroying the Spurs. If he was 2 for 6 from 3, they'd have the lead right now, 0 for 6 on pretty good open looks is rough. Sharon McLean said, OKC are the Kansas City Chiefs of the NBA. They get all the calls. Well, Chiefs not so much this year. So they also happen to be the most talented team in the league. I said Barnes has been fantastic all year. Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. Is he going to come up here? Should come up here soon, right? They got Sochan, then Barnes should come up? No, maybe we talked about Barnes already. But he's shooting, I believe, 43.3% coming into tonight. Had a good game against the – had a really good game against the what's it called? The LA Lakers the other day to make it to Vegas here. Here he is, 43.3% so far this year. And he comes in tonight and is 0 for 6 on, like, I'd say 4 or 5 of them butt-naked, wide-open threes. AJ Mitchell is at the top to get over to Hartenstein. Wembanyama is back out of the game. Hartenstein is in. Caruso is in. He drives it down, flips it up with the right hand, gets it to go over Johnson. And so Stephon Castle bringing it down now. A little over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Castle gets it over to Champagnie. Champagnie hands it off to Harper. Harper up top to Castle. Castle coming to his right, attacking off the Kornet screen in the lane, kicks it out. Champagnie, left corner 3, just hit one from the right corner. Too strong on that side. Can't get it to go down. Chet Holmgren is also back in, so they got the double big lineup out there. Here comes AJ Mitchell on the right wing, coming to his left off the double screen. Now coming to his right off the re-screen from Hartenstein. In and out dribble, mid-range pull-up jumper. Got it to go over Kornet. AJ Mitchell, so good, so smooth. Back up to 8 points, just like that. Here comes Stephon Castle bringing it down the other way. Coming to his right off the Caruso, with Caruso guarding him. They sprig it out. Champagnie can't get that one to go. Kornet knocks the rebound out to Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper being guarded by Kornet. Being guarded by Chet Holmgren. Harper spins off of him, gets the layup with the right hand to go, but they wave it off and they say offensive foul on Dylan Harper. See the replay. That's inadvertent contact to me. It's unfortunate, as Harper inadvertently elbows Chet Holmgren in the face. Unfortunate. That's inadvertent contact to me, though. You're looking to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant foul. I understand when somebody gets hit in the face, you have a tendency to be like, all right, we got to check that. But like, come on, man. Come on. It's a tough elbow to take, man. It's like right below the eye, like your cheekbone area right there. Very easy bone to break. I said, oh, he threw a Towns chicken wing. I mean, he didn't throw the elbow. He just kind of spun and went up with a layup like this. That's a natural basketball movement right there. That could have been, that definitely could have been bad. Could have been bad for Chet Holmgren. A very easy bone to break right there. Is that your orbital bone? Right? I know the orbital bone is like around here. So is that just your cheekbone? Is that part of the orbital bone? Either way. Very easy bone to break. Very thin. Keenar said, yeah, I got to believe Sochan is available to trade with the DNP the other day. Yeah, and has not played here tonight. They're playing guys like Champagnie over him. Keldon Johnson is ahead of him in the rotation. Yeah, Probably available. Probably. Keenar said that's called the zygoma. It's the joint of a few facial bones. Oh, brother, the refs are still looking at it. Jeez Louise, man. Come on. Come on, he's up. He's fine. It's very clearly an inadvertent elbow. A normal basketball movement. He doesn't swing the elbow. He doesn't follow through. He doesn't even know that, he doesn't even look at Chet Holmgren there. He's just he's keeping his eyes on the rim. Offensive foul, regular common foul. Who could have guessed it? I could have told them that 5 minutes ago. Roll the ball out. Let's keep playing. Come on. Still an 8-point game here. 37-29, 7:27 to go exactly. Rob said, ABA gimmick shot to attract interest. You don't have to watch it, brother, if you don't like it. I don't need you in here complaining about something that's been a part of the NBA for damn near 40 years now. If you don't like it, you don't got to watch it. Stop complaining. Either get with the times or watch something else, big dog. AJ Mitchell comes up short on the mid-range jumper. They get it over to Steph Castle, bringing it down. Castle has it up top, in and out dribble, coming to his left, stops, turns, hesitates, kicks it out to Harper. Harper pulls it back out, swings it over to Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Castle. Castle back up top to Harper and throws it away. Terrible lob pass from Castle, who's not had a good night whatsoever. Cason Wallace comes up with the steal, goes all the way for the easy layup. Back up by 10 for the Thunder. Here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. Harper has it up top, coming to his right off the Kornet screen. Pull up three for Dylan Harper. In and out, can't get it to go. Kornet knocks into the air. AJ Mitchell able to pick up the loose ball. And Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell coming to his right off the Holmgren screen to get over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein at the foul line, throws up the little floater. Got it to go. 12-point lead for the Thunder. And a timeout for the Spurs. 41-29, 6:30 to go. Whew. Keenar said they've been harassing Castle. Castle looks like shell-shocked isn't the word, but he is not playing well whatsoever, brother. Not playing well whatsoever. Castle is now 3 for 5 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 7 points. But I'm interested to see how many turnovers my man has right now. Steph Castle with 4 turnovers. Oof, that hurts. That hurts your team mightily. 4 first-half turnovers so far for Steph Castle. Some of them very avoidable in terms of like that lob pass that he just threw. He has it in the right corner and just throws a really sloppy lob pass up top to trying to get it back to Dylan Harper up top to reset the offense. And it's like, brother, you can't do that with Caruso out there, with AJ Mitchell out there, with Cason Wallace was the guy who got the steal out there. Like, geez Louise. My goodness. Rob said, wow, great host. I saw Wilt Chamberlain dominate Kareem live in person. No three-point shot. It was a great game. Then build a time machine, brother. Go back in time and watch that. You know what I mean? If you don't like the product for modern basketball, nobody's forcing you to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to look up a YouTube stream, come into it and be like, actually, I hate the modern game. Terrible three-point shooting. Like, no one's asking you to watch the game, dog. No one's asking you to come in here and be like, actually, basketball sucks. No one's asking you to do that. If you don't like it, you don't got to watch it. If you like it the way it was back in the old day, you're on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type up Wilt Chamberlain highlights, Wilt Chamberlain full basketball game. Something will come up for you. You could watch it. Right? You're the equivalent of you just walked into a party that everybody was having a good time at, and you were just like, actually, this music sucks. Nobody should be enjoying it. No one's asking you to be here if you're not enjoying it, right? It's not difficult. Don't be a weirdo, big dog. Don't be a weirdo. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. No one's asking you to be here. I'm not telling you it's actually good that three-point shooting's around. It just is. It's been here for 40 years. You can't get with the times? Go find some place that fits the things you like. I said, I don't think he said that. It's what he said earlier. That he doesn't like the three-point shot. And, it's just like, it's 2025, brother. This is not the conversation to be having. I'm just, I don't have the patience for it. I really don't. Patience is running thin. I said OKC is a different level defense than any of these modern teams have seen. OKC plays actual defense. They do. They have the players for it. They have, if you have Cason Wallace, H.A. Mitchell, and Caruso out on top, you can't just lob passes over the defense and think it's just going to get through. There are no liabilities. I said, come on, man. The Knicks won, and it's Xmas season. That's what I'm saying. Like, where's the positive vibes? You came into a stream that's watching Thunder versus Spurs, and you came in talking about how you hate three-point shooting. Like, what? Brother, watch the game. And then you start talking about 70s basketball. Like, what does that have to do with this game? What are you contributing to the stream right now? Come on, man. Castle has it up top. Crossing over to his left off the Kornet screen. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out to Harper. Harper driving it down to his left in the lane. Throws up the floater. Comes up short. Battle for the loose ball. Johnson picks it up in the lane. Stops, turns, spins off Chet Holmgren. Flips it up the right hand. Can't get it to go. Kornet keeps it alive again. Kicks it out to Castle. Castle up top being guarded by Caruso. Coming to his left. Dancing with it. Now coming to his right off the Kornet screen. In the lane. Throws up the floater. Too strong. Can't get it to go. No, he gets a nice friendly bounce off the back rim. And he dropped it down. All right, Castle. There's something. There's a positive thing. There you go. A.J. Mitchell gets it over to Holmgren. Holmgren over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein hands it off to Holmgren. Coming to his left off the screen. Driving it down. Pocket pass to Hartenstein. In the lane. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Harper with the rebound. Hartenstein goes down holding his leg. Gets him limping, but he's back up and running. Spurs trying to take advantage of the 5-on-4. Johnson all the way to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Doesn't get the foul call. And now here comes A.J. Mitchell pushing it the other way. In and out dribble. Driving it down to his right. In the lane. Kicks it out to Wallace. Wallace kicks it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein up top. Hands it off to Holmgren. Holmgren coming to his right up the Hartenstein handoff. Down the lane at the foul line. Stops, leans in, throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Or a foul. Foul on Hartenstein. Nathaniel Bresci. What's up, Nat? Nathaniel. Rob said you're very entertaining in a bad, disrespectful way to engage your audience. You have nothing to offer anyone the integrity, a sign of the times. I guess now I got your goat, Mr. Bad Vibes. Brother, everybody was in here having fun. And then you start talking about how you didn't like what was going on here. No one's asking you to be here, big dog. You're not enjoying it. Told you multiple times. If you're not enjoying it, you don't got to be here. Everyone else, having a good time. That's what we're doing here. It's all about having a good time watching modern basketball. If you don't like modern basketball, you don't have to be here, big dog. Simple as that. I don't need you in here whining and crying about watching this game not being good. No one's here for that, big dog. Come on. Either have a good time or find your way out and find some other place where you could have a good time. Drew Young G said John Cena lost his last match. Most people do, brother. Most people, you go out on your back. That is the saying. Albert, what's up, Albert? That's it. Everyone having a good time except the Spurs. Yeah, having a rough time out there. Holmgren's at the foul line for 2. He knocked down the first one. He's got another one coming. Jay Hay said, anyone know of the other stream? This dude's annoying? Yeah, you can go to, actually, no, I was going to shout out Nick streams, but if you typed into YouTube, probably find somebody else doing it as well. Not the only guy doing this type of content. If you're not enjoying it, you don't got to be here, brother. You can look it up on YouTube. You're literally on YouTube. So you do that. They get over to Holmgren. Holmgren down the lane. 2-handed slam. Got it to go out on the fast break after the missed pull-up 3 from Vassell. And it's largest lead of the game. Wembanyama back up off the bench. 14-point lead for the Thunder. 45-31. Johnson gets it over to Vassell. Gets it over to Kornet. Kornet up top. Gets it back to Johnson. Johnson left corner 3. Coming to his right up the Kornet screen. Steps back. Hesitates. Crosses over. Spins to his right. Down the lane. A lot of ball handling. Kicks it out. Extra pass. Fox. Pump fake. Sidestep 3 over Caruso. Comes up short. Long rebound. Back to Fox. Driving it down in the lane. All the way. Baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Chet Holmgren. Here comes Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins bringing it down. Gets it over to SGA. SGA up top. Crosses over to his right. Down the lane. Stop. Leans in. Pulls it back. All the way over to Dort. Dort kicks it out to Caruso. Caruso on the left wing up top to Wiggins. Sprayed it out to Dort. Dort fires the 3 over Kornet. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Caruso. Caruso driving it down in the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go past Steph Castle on a timeout for the Spurs, and a 16-point lead is opened up for the Thunder. Just when you thought maybe this game was going to be closer. Rob said, all I said is the three-point shot sucks. Now you're not cool at all. Brother, that is the basketball game. Basketball game contains very much a ton of three-point shooting. If you don't like it, then you don't like modern basketball. There is approximately 70 to 80 three-point attempts a game between the two teams. So if you don't like it, then you do not like modern basketball. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here, brother. Rob said, a bunch of punks can't express an opinion, I guess. You can express it as much as you want. Here's the thing, though, Rob. You are in an enclosed space. This is a room full of 127 people right now, right? Everybody in here is having a good time. You walked into the room, and you told everybody, actually, this kind of sucks. What you guys are doing right here, it's kind of boring. Actually, I don't like it. Like, okay, you don't have to be here then. The door's right there. If you walked into a room, a real-life room of 120 people, and you were like, actually, I don't like the vibes here, everybody would look at you like you're weird. You don't have to be here. Don't be a weirdo in the room. Everybody's having a good time except for you. You've been in here complaining since the moment you got here. You didn't say hello. You haven't interacted with anybody in the stream. You just got in here and said, I don't like it. We don't need you then. And if you continue to complain, I'll just get you out of here, big dog. Trying not to waste all the energy and the effort talking to you, but I'm trying to explain to you. You just came in here, started being a weirdo. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here, right? No one's asking you to be here. Wemby is back in. They get it over to Fox. Fox in the paint, kicks it back out to Barnes, driving it down the lane. Gets fouled by Holmgren. It's going to send Barnes to the foul line for 2 free throws. Billy Moxley, what's up, Billy? You killing it doing ignore the haters? It's not even the haters. It's just everybody's having a good time. The way you see it is that this is essentially a party. It's an online party, right? You're not having a good time. No one's asking you to stay at the party. You can go. You can find another party to be at, big dog. Moran said, call the game. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. Albert said, I appreciate what you're doing. It's the only way I can watch my team, the Knicks. I'm from Puerto Rico. Appreciate you, Albert. Appreciate you, big dog. Barnes knocks down both free throws. They find themselves down by 14. SGA is back in. He didn't even really play majority of the second quarter here. Is this the first time he's been in the second quarter? And they're up by 14 here. Aaron Wiggins, left wing 3, in and out, can't get it to stay. Wembanyama with the rebound. He's bringing it down now. He's waving everybody off. He's going to go one-on-one against Chet Holmgren here, driving it down. They bring multiple defenders, swings it out to Castle. Castle stops, turns, spins, gets caught in the air, and throws it to nobody. A 5th turnover for Steph Castle so far tonight. Just really sloppy play from him. They get over to Dort, sprayed out to Wiggins. Wiggins gets it over to SGA. Castle tries to jump the lane. SGA has it, calmly walks into a mid-range jumper. Got it to go down yet again. SGA does not miss those. Can't go for the steal as Wembanyama runs right through the chest of SGA, and they call the offensive foul. Ball going back to the Thunder here. 16-point lead already. Oof. Oof. You know, I said, wow, yeah, Castle just getting his lunch ate. Chet Holmgren comes up limping. It's like just maybe leg-to-leg contact, maybe just a little contusion or something, nothing major. He walks off his own power, goes to the bench, though. SGA bringing it down. Has it up top, coming to his left up the Hartenstein screen. Driving it down in the lane, kicks it up top to Dort, catches, fires a 3. He's been misfiring all night, misses that one yet again. Long rebound, Vassell able to grab it, bringing it down the other way. Vassell has it up top, being guarded by SGA. They get over to Fox, curling down to his right, attacking Wiggins. Stops in the lane, pump fake, steps through, scoop lay with the left hand. Got that one to go. Beautiful move from SGA. One pump fake, got 2 guys up in the air, and he got the layup to go. Down to 14 with 2.5 to go. If they can get this to single digits going into halftime, would not be the worst spot in the world to be. And an offensive foul, I believe, on Hartenstein, pushing off on Wemby there, off ball. Going to give the ball back to the Spurs here. 14-point game. Get it to single digits. Josie Dad said 15 minutes for SGA, like work, up to 16. Yeah. Josie Dad said cut it to 15 at least. It's what, 14 right now? So Fox has it up top, being guarded by Dort. Coming to his right up the Barnes screen. Puts up the 3 over over Hartenstein, and he rattles it in. All right, back down to 11. SGA bringing it down against Vassell. SGA crosses over to his left, gets caught in the air, throws it away. Good defense from the Spurs. Lackadaisical effort from SGA there. Thought he was going to be open. Got caught in the air, threw it away. Here comes the Spurs. They can get it back to single digits. This is what I'm looking for. Get it to single digits, and it's a basketball game again. Fox off the handoff from Wemby, driving it down, stops, turns, leans in, draws the foul on Lou Dort. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. De'Aaron Fox getting active now. They needed somebody. They need somebody to wake up. Wasn't going to be Castle with the way he's played. Wemby's just coming back from injury. He's coming off the bench, playing in really small spurts here. De'Aaron Fox, you're supposed to be the guy. You're supposed to be the guy. But here he is. He's at the foul line for 2. He can get it. He can cut it back to single digits. Knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Big time effort from De'Aaron Fox here to end the second quarter. Fox sneaky. He can be sneaky. He can be sneaky. I don't even have the game cast up for you guys. My bad. My bad. Here we go. Fox does miss the second free throw. You can't be. How many missed free throws do they have so far? You can't be missing free throws against the Thunder in this spot. Vassell guarding SGA up top, coming to his left, driving it down, kicks it out. J-Dub, a left wing 3, 2 defenders running at him. He comes up short. Hartenstein with the offensive rebound, gets it out to J-Dub. J-Dub out of the right corner, gets it out to Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets it up top to SGA. SGA being guarded by Vassell, coming to his left. No, not off the screen, but just snaking it past the lane. Stop, turn, fall away over Vassell. Vassell gets that out of there. And a shot clock, no, an offensive foul on SGA. Devin Vassell, what a defensive play. Devin Vassell blocking the SGA jumper just straight up. And they're in the bonus, so now Vassell's at the foul line for 2. He can cut it to 8. He knocks down the first free throw. Spurs not going away quietly, battling back. Castle blocking it. It was Vassell. Vassell blocked it. Vassell at the foul line. He knocks down the first one. Knocks down the second one. And now SGA bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Vassell. Hands him off to Harper. Now over to J-Dub. J-Dub swings it out to Wallace. Wallace out of the left wing. Takes it up top to J-Dub. Spurs turning up the defense a little bit here. The Spurs, the Thunder, struggling to get into the lane. Harper on J-Dub. Stops, turns, spins. Got nowhere to go. Leans in. Fall away. Can't get it to go. Throws up an air ball. Hartenstein gets swatted out of there by Wemby. Loose ball. Barnes picks it up. It's a 4-on-3. They get over to Harper. Down the lane. Goes up. Scoop late with the left hand. Got it to go. It's a 6-point game with just under a minute to go. And the Spurs clawing their way back into it. A 10-0 run over the last minute and 45 seconds. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Fox. J-Dub dancing with it. Coming to his left. Has it out by the half-court line. Behind the back. Coming to his left. Snaking it back to his right hand. Behind the back to his left again. Step back. Foul line. Fall away. Jumper. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Vassell picks it up. They're going to hold it for what could be the final shot of the quarter. Wemby will bring it down. 25 seconds to go. There's about a 8-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Wemby has it up top, being guarded by Hartenstein. 6-point game. Wemby, deep pull-up straightaway 3. Knocked it down. It's a 3-point game, baby. This is what we needed. Here comes J-Dub bringing it down against Fox. And De'Aaron Fox uses a foul. They had a foul to give. 8 seconds to go. Kenar said, Vassell confused me with his hair. He went to some hairdresser's Castle. Hilarious. They do have the same type of style. They do. Moran said, Harper, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. 8 seconds to go. 3-point game. A.J. Mitchell has it, driving it down against Castle. Stops, turns, spins, leans in, kicks it over to Hartenstein. Little floater in the lane, comes up short, and that will be the end of the first half. It is a one-possession game. Here we go. Here we go. True Young G said, Wemby, turn up, start cooking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, he's on a minutes restriction. We'll see how much he'll be able to play in the second half here. 3-point game. 3-point game. Thunder thought it was all home cooking. They thought they were going to be able to run away with this one. 18 second quarter points for OKC. And the Oklahoma City Thunder giving up a 16-point lead. It is now down to 3. I love it. Mark said, I-Heart floaters not falling. You love to see it. I love to see Isaiah Hartenstein fail. I love to see the big Benedict Arnold fail. Absolutely adore it. You'll love to see it. Look at the box scores real quick. Harrison Barnes absolutely sold that first quarter. Horrendous first quarter for Harrison Barnes. 6 points for him overall. Got to the foul line, missed some free throws. 2 for 4 from the foul line. 0 for 6 from three-point range. Absolutely horrendous to start that first quarter. Part of the reason why they went down double digits early. He got open look, couldn't knock him down. Luke Kornet has 0 points, 0 for 1 from the field, 14 minutes. I think Luke Kornet has been absolutely phenomenal overall. I think he's pretty good. He's been pretty good as a rim protector, but more importantly, he's been phenomenal at saving multiple offensive possessions for the Spurs with missed shots, grabbing offensive rebound after offensive rebound. And even when he hasn't grabbed the rebound, he's done a great job of knocking the loose ball out to teammates so they can grab the offensive rebounds. De'Aaron Fox finally woke up, was a huge part of getting downhill and began that 10-0 run that helped them crawl back into the game and knock it back to 6. Actually was a 13-0 run, right, to knock it back to a 6-point game. They were down by 16 when that run started. But 8 points for De'Aaron Fox. He knocked down to 3, got to the foul line. 2.3 assists for De'Aaron Fox, 3 for 7 from the field overall. Devin Vassell, 0 for 3 from three-point range. Brother, if they could knock down some threes, they would be back into this one for sure. Steph Castle, he knocked down the threes, 4 for 7, but overall, Steph Castle has not been good whatsoever. Steph Castle, 5 turnovers tonight, only 1 assist. Not the 5-to-1 ratio that you want. That is a 5-to-1 turnover to assist ratio right there. Moran said Wemby is getting reps. Yeah, and here's the thing. We talked about OKC's schedule. The schedule is going to start getting a little bit tougher, starting with the Spurs. Starting with the Spurs here. If we go down through their schedule, they have the Spurs, they got the Clippers, they got Minnesota, they got Memphis with no Zach Edey, so Memphis sucks again. But then you got San Antonio on back-to-back games, the eve to the Christmas Day game, and then the Christmas Day game against the Spurs. So that will be tough. You got Philly, you got Atlanta, you got Portland coming back up again. So their schedule is going to start to get a little bit tougher. You know, I said Castle no longer good after gunpowder. Wemby plus 20? Is he really? Oh, my goodness. I mean, the difference. You know I don't like the plus-minus numbers, but, you know, it's hilarious to see a plus 20 when you're down by 3, right? Wemby, in 7 minutes, by the way, in 7 minutes, he's 2 for 3 from the floor, 5 rebounds. He does have the 3 turnovers, 2 steals. I might even credit him with a block on that Hartenstein attempt there. Hartenstein was falling to the floor, and Wemby knocked that out of his hands. I'd probably credit that as a block. But overall, the Spurs have not even played particularly well. I mean, overall, their three-point shooting is 6 for 26 from three-point range. Pretty horrendous shooting. They did make 6. They did make 6 of them. That Harrison Barnes 0 for 6 is still killing me. Still killing me. They're 6 for 10 from the foul line. They've missed 4 free throws already. So that's rough as well. You know, what a difference 7 minutes of Victor Wembanyama can make. Kenya Harris said, in case anyone doesn't think Wemby is a game changer. Yeah, I don't know who wouldn't have thought that, but tonight is definitely the game to show them that, like, oh yeah, Victor Wembanyama, possible MVP candidate for years to come. He will be in the conversation for years to come. So long as he can play the 65-game minimum, he will be in that conversation for those awards. AP, he said, okay, Sheffy, who will win? Who will earn the right to play the Knicks to be the regular season champs? I don't know. I don't know, man. Probably the Thunder because they are the best team in the league. But you can't count out this hungry Spurs team, man. They came back, made it a 3-point game before half. Beautiful thing to see. I want to see a good basketball game. That is my #1 priority here tonight. I want to see a good basketball game. We're getting it. Thank you for your generosity, AP. Thank you for the super chat, brother. For the Thunder, SGA sleepwalked his way up to 12 points. He is 6 for 12 from the field, though. Missed a couple of makeable shots. They definitely turned the defense up on him. He didn't seem to like it all that much. Had a bad turnover. We got caught in the air. Got blocked by Vassell. Then committed an offensive foul. Missed his pull-up three. He is 0 for 1 from three-point range. 6 for 12 from the field. 12 points on 12 shot attempts is not the SGA way. Got 0 foul shots. Spurs doing a great job of not fouling. 0 foul shots for SGA, the premier flopper in the NBA. Crazy. Crazy. Hartenstein, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers. Love to see the turnovers for Hartenstein. His rebounding is, he's got 5 offensive rebounds, doing his best Mitchell Robinson impression. Wish he would. Wish he could be his buddy Big Mitch, but he is not. I hate Hartenstein so much. Chet Holmgren, 9 points. Got a little banged up a little bit tonight. You know, every time you look up, he got smacked in the mouth in one possession. He got he had leg-to-leg contact and walked around with a little bit of a limp on his shin for a little bit. And he's getting banged around a little bit down there. He's limping around. But he still played well. 9 points, 5 rebounds for him. No block shots, no steals, but some solid rim protection overall. Lou Dort has been bad. He's been a Harrison Barnes level bad. 1 for 5 from 3. At least he hit one, though. 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 6 from the field overall for Lou Dort. J-Dub, 4 points for him. 2 for 9 from the floor, not getting all the way to the basket, settling for a lot of mid-range pull-up jumpers, a couple of threes. He's 0 for 2 from 3. So the jumper not going down for J-Dub tonight. The thing with the Oklahoma City Thunder is that they're not an awesome offensive team. It's a lot of hit or miss with SGA, and SGA 90% of the time is hitting. So he makes up for not a great offense, right? If you can find a way to disrupt or maybe even slow down SGA, if you could disrupt or maybe even slow down SGA, you're going to have a pretty good chance of slowing down this Thunder offense, right? J-Dub is the next guy in line, but he is, an inconsistent perimeter shooter as well. He's, the kind of guy who wants to get downhill, and if you could take that away from him and force him to shoot jump shots, if you could neutralize that, and then suddenly the Thunder kind of just jacking up three-point shots from Lou Dort, from Cason Wallace, from Caruso, who are not consistent three-point shooters. They do have Isaiah Joe, who's not playing tonight. They do have Aaron Wiggins. They do have A.J. Mitchell. Those guys can get hot for sure off the bench. But, their offense kind of goes how SGA goes. And most of the time he's going, right? 33 points per game on like 33 minutes or something like that. He's a point-a-minute guy. But if you can find a way to slow him down, that is your recipe to taking on the Thunder. Because as dominant as they are defensively, if you could take care of the ball and slow down SGA even a little bit, that'll be your opportunity in order to beat that is the game plan in order to beat the Thunder. And you can say that, I guess, about any team. It's a very basic game plan. It's not anything in-depth or anything. But the Thunder go as SGA's offense goes. And tonight, 12 points on 12 shot attempts. It's not great. Not great. And as you can see, it ended up in a 3-point game. One, two, three, four, 5 guys off the bench for the Thunder. Interesting, because I would, is Isaiah Joe not going to be a part of the regular rotation? Because A.J. Mitchell is a part, Wallace is a part, Caruso is definitely a part, and then you need a backup big, so Jalen Williams has to be a part of their backup unit. They have Thomas Sorber in the back, as a guy they took 15th overall, so it'll be interesting. If he will surpass Jalen Williams in the lineup, what kind of player is he? Stir Show, what's up, Stir Show? And then they have, obviously, Nikola Topic, who's dealing, unfortunately, with the testicular cancer. But there's all the talk about how they may possibly have another lottery pick this year. They could have up to 3 lottery picks this year if everything breaks the way it could. But, yeah, man. They got a pretty deep rotation already. I don't know if they can even afford to bring in more of these guys. But as AP said it, whoever wins tonight will earn the right to face the team that is waiting for them already in the finals, and that is the New York Knicks. Sure, show. I feel like the Thunder start running away with it in the second half. Yeah, they're definitely a second half team for sure. They are fantastic at that. Making adjustments at halftime and figuring out how to play a team properly. I will say there is no real adjustment you can make to Victor Wembanyama though. Luckily for the Thunder, he is not fully available tonight on the minutes restriction. So they have caught a little bit of a break in that regard. We'll see how much Wemby is going to be able to play in the second half. Wemby tonight has played already 7 minutes. So can he give them another 7 minutes in the second half? Is he going to be sitting at 14 minutes played tonight? Interesting. But 2 steals and a block already for Wemby in 7 minutes. 2 steals and a block already for Victor Wembanyama. But OKC is definitely a second half team for sure. It's a great comments there show. Yeah, we talked about SGA, 12 points in 12 minutes. You have to expect that, he understands the mistakes he made. And he's going to be looking to clean that up a lot in the second half here and maybe try to get downhill, maybe try to get to the foul line and whatnot. Not a situation I'd want to find myself in if I was Castle or Vassell, who have the responsibility of trying to stay in front of SGA. But so far, they've done a fantastic job of just making his life difficult. AP said, has OKC just played cellar dwellers so far? For the most part, AP, yeah. I mean, this is their schedule right here. We've gone over it multiple times. But just real quick, you got Houston. Okay, that was a tough game on opening night. But that was opening night. Kevin Durant had yet to, fully play with his Rockets team. They were still figuring it out. Same with Reed Shepherd. So that's probably the worst a fully healthy Houston team is going to be all year was opening night. And, it took them double overtime in order to pull that victory out. And Houston's very good. So you know what? Good victory there. Indiana sucks. That was a double overtime game. Atlanta sucks, especially early in the year they sucked. Dallas sucked. Sacramento sucks. Washington sucks. New Orleans sucks. The Clippers suck. Portland, not all that good. And they lost that one. They were missing a bunch of players with injury that night, but they lost that one. They had a 20-point lead, and they gave it up. Sacramento sucks. Memphis sucked, especially at this time. Golden State, mediocre at best. They beat them. So, okay, I guess. Los Angeles, decent win considering how good LA has been this year, but I'm not a believer in the Lakers. I don't think they're very good overall. But they did beat them, and the record says who you are, so they beat them. Charlotte sucks, New Orleans sucks, Sacramento sucks, Utah sucks, Portland sucks, Minnesota, a little bit above average. They're a pretty damn good team overall, but they have very obvious weaknesses. It was an 8-point victory for the Thunder. It was a close one. They pulled it out at the end. And it only ended up being 8 because of the free throw game. Minnesota was fouling. It came down to the end. It was like SGA versus Anthony Edwards down the stretch there. Phoenix, that was a close game. Decent win for above average Phoenix team. Portland sucks, and they're without Scoot Henderson and Drew Holiday. They had no guards playing, so that ended up only being an 8-point victory again for OKC. Golden State, not all that great. Mediocre team at best. They're going to win 41 games, 42 games, something like that. Dallas, not good. They suck. Utah, I don't think Dallas sucks right now, especially with Davis back, but they beat Dallas. Dallas is not good. Utah sucks. Phoenix sucked without Jalen Green or Devin Booker. They had no ball-handling guards. It was Colin Gillespie at the point guard. So, this is now, I think, the third time we've gone through it. But, their schedule, and if you look at the strength of schedule across the league, they are the anomaly. They're all the way at the top by a large margin of the easiest strength of schedule. They've had the easiest schedule by far of any team in the NBA. And look, they didn't make the schedule. They play who's in front of them. There's nothing they can do about that. And they were missing J-Dub to start the year. They were plagued with injuries themselves, so they never really had a full, healthy roster. Tonight is the first time their full, healthy roster has been playing together. The only guy they're missing is Isaiah Joe, and I'm not even sure he's a part of their normal rotation at this point. But, they've had the benefit of having the easiest schedule so far this year by far. So are they the best team in the league? Absolutely, not even a question. Reigning champions, and they're even better than they were last year. Are their numbers maybe a little bit inflated based off of the competition they played? Probably. Definitely probably. Lyle, what's up, Lyle? Warriors need to trade for Giannis ASAP. The Bay in the building. Please call Giannis to make the trade. Please, Curry will be happy. Let's go, Warriors. I don't know if they have anything to trade for Giannis, though, brother. I don't know if they have anything to trade for Giannis. AB said, what the hell is the NBA just going to give something to eat off of? Conspiracy, and the NBA is trying to push SGA? Maybe. Maybe they're trying to push SGA, but that's not really how the schedule works. You know, like the schedule is based off of a multitude of things in terms of what's available at the time and whatnot. But Hartenstein misses a floater to start the second half here. Love to see Hartenstein fail. Always going to love it. Here come the Spurs. They get over to Vassell. Vassell shoves it over to Kornet. Pump fake goes up. Gets the layup to go. Good patience from Luke Kornet. It is a 1-point game, y'all. Here we go. SGA and the Thunder bringing it down. Being picked up by Castle. SGA has it up top. Being guarded by Castle. Crosses over to his right. Down the lane. Snakes it back to his left hand. Leans in. Stops. Turns. Spins. Kicks it up top to Holmgren. Holmgren dancing with it against Barnes. In and out dribble. Driving to his left. Down the lane. Scoop layup with the left hand. Got it to go for Chet Holmgren. Now here comes Vassell. Quickly trying to push the other way. Vassell hit ahead to Kornet. Kornet over to Castle. Castle driving to his left off the Kornet screen. Gets down the lane. Kicks it out. Barnes. The left corner three. Harrison Barnes continues to misfire. He's now 0 for 7 from three-point range. My goodness, Harrison Barnes. Kenar said Kornet versus Hartenstein. Knicks. Yeah. Shout out Luke Kornet, man. Once a Nick, always a Nick. That other Benedict Arnold over there, don't care for him. Don't care for him one bit. I hope Kornet kicks his butt out there. Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren has it up top, coming to his left up the Hartenstein screen. They try to throw a lob up to Hartenstein, knocked out of bounds by Hartenstein. Great defense from Luke Kornet. Again, baby. Again, Luke Kornet taking it right to Hartenstein. I love it. I love it. AP with yet another generous super chat. You know you can just put this in the chat, brother. I got you. You don't have to send me money. Appreciate you, though. Thank you for your generosity. That schedule tells me Adam Silver is pushing SGA while the Knicks are getting the playoff teams from last year. Yeah. Vassell able to manipulate his way into the mid-range pump fake and draw the foul, and SGA, he's finding himself at the foul line here for 2 free throws. AU said Golden State have their 15 minutes of fame. It's time for the Knicks. Vassell, the foul line, knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Lyle said, yes, they do. They have Kuminga, Pods. I got you, Lyle. I got you. They have Kuminga, Pods, Healed, Trace Jackson Davis, 3 first rounds for Giannis. Why would they want any of those guys, Lyle? Why would Milwaukee want any of those players, brother? Jonathan Kuminga can't even crack the rotation for the Warriors, and he's going to headline a trade for Giannis? Mid-range pull-up jumper for J-Dub. He can't get it to go. Vassell did knock down both free throws. Here comes Vassell attacking Holmgren. Fall-away mid-range jumper. Terrible shot for Vassell. I know he's feeling it, but terrible shot over Holmgren. Let your guys come back and set up some half-court offense. J-Dub crossing over to his left, driving it down, snakes it back to his right hand, kicks it out the door, swings it over to Holmgren, attacking to his left, step back, pulls it back out against Castle, stops, turns, spins, coming to his left, hop step, kicks it out to Dort. Dort one-on-one against Vassell, crossing over down the lane, leaves it off for Hartenstein, big two-handed hammer, great drive and dish for Lou Dort right there to leave it off for Hartenstein. Fox has it up top, attacking to his right, down the lane, in the paint, Euro steps, goes up, lefty layup, got it to go past Hartenstein. Beautiful finish for De'Aaron Fox there. Now we're just trading baskets. Now it's a 1-point game, and we're going back and forth. 9:30 to go here in the third quarter. SGA has it on the right wing, dancing with it, coming to his right up the Hartenstein screen, driving it down in the lane, snakes it back to his left hand, kicks it out up top. J-Dub fires away a 3, got it to go on the relocation. Got to close out on him. I know he's been misfiring tonight from the perimeter, but you got to close out on him. Here comes Castle, bringing it down, being guarded by SGA. Castle has it up top. They get it over to Vassell. Vassell snaking it down to his right hand. Stops, kicks it out to Castle. Castle fires away a straightaway 3. They're going to dare him to shoot, and he's going to oblige and make them pay by knocking down the straightaway 3. Anything you can do, I can do better. Give me those 3 points right back, J-Dub. J-Dub has it up top, looking for an answer. Crosses over to his left, spins to his right against Vassell. Loses the handle. Barnes picks it up. Quick outlet to Fox. Fox is going to beat them down the court. Stops, goes up. Scoop layup. Got it to go past Holmgren, and the Spurs have the lead, y'all. 57 of 56, 8:40 to go. Here we go, y'all. Now we have a basketball game. We've officially taken the lead. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Driving to his left, down the lane, stops. Tries to throw up a lob, gets picked off, and now here comes Vassell. Here comes Castle, bringing it down the other way. And a foul out on the perimeter. Foul on Lou Dort trying to run back. He fouled Vassell. 8:26 to go here, and the Spurs have a side out of bounds. Lau said the NBA rigged. Anyways, watch OKC win games to end up the tournament championship. You mean the best team in the league has a pretty good chance of winning the basketball game? I would agree. I don't think there has to be a whole lot of conspiracy about that one, brother. Fox knocks down the floater in the lane, and the Spurs building up a 3-point lead here. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Coming to his right, a pull of three for SGA. Can't get that one to go. Long rebound finds its way out to Hartenstein, and then Fox rips it right out of his hands. Here comes Barnes pushing it the other way. Barnes full head of steam in the lane. Kicks it out. Vassell, a left wing three. Line me up. In and out, and in again for Devin Vassell. And a 6-point lead has opened up for the Spurs here. They're taking it right to the champs, the prohibited favorites. And they said, you know what? You know what? Who gives a damn? And the Spurs are arriving here and arriving and thriving. Shout out my man, Clyde Frazier. He said, this will be the only time I will ever root for the San Antonio Spurs. Hey, Hazy said, when the Knicks win the 2026 finals, I want OKC and San Antonio to tear it down and start over. Not happening, brother. Not happening. Kinohara said, give me that ball, San Antone. That was great. Great effort from De'Aaron Fox there. Long rebound off the missed three from SGA. Hartenstein chased it down, has it in the corner. De'Aaron Fox did not give up on the play. Ran up behind him, ripped the ball right out of his hands, gave the quick outlet to Harrison Barnes, pushed it the other way, got into the paint, collapsed the defense, kicked it out. Vassell finally knocked down the three, and here come the Spurs. Here come the Spurs. 3-point shot starting to fall. Castle hit one. Vassell hits one now. Barnes continues to misfire. But you know what? Barnes getting into the paint, kicking it out of that play. I give it to him. Suns Jen. What's up, Suns Jen? Just as that's at OKC playing like the Supersonics currently. Okay, brother. John Corley. What's up, John? Suns Jen said, how's it going, Cheffy? It's going pretty good. Going pretty good. Had a good game. Knicks pulled off the victory, so I'm happy. Having a good time. And now we're getting a good game between the Spurs and the Thunder. I wanted to see the Thunder tested, and the Spurs are giving it to them right now. Spurs are giving it to them right now. Good timeout from the Thunder. Let's see how the Thunder respond. AP said, I want the OKC Thunder to be the 94 Sonics, an epic upset. Mr. Lee said, Chevy, back for game 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 8 minutes to go here in the third. Got a lot of time left. Just that said, but 1990s basketball was better. Supersonics were so good as Gary. He is courtside. I have seen Gary Payton courtside multiple times. There was a couple of times where Castle turned it over, and you could see Gary Payton over on the sideline like, oh, my goodness, this kid just keeps giving them the ball over and over again. He was disappointed, to say the least. I said, but yeah, like I said, the Warriors got pieces to trade for Giannis. I'll even throw a new trade, which sends Draymond, Kuminga, Pods, TJD, Trace Jackson Davis, 3 first-round picks. But why would they want any of those guys, Lyle? Kuminga's not even a part of the rotation. Draymond's 1,000 years old, not helping them. Pods is like, okay, fine. What is he, a good bench player, I guess? Trace Jackson Davis isn't a consistent role player for them. And 3 first-round picks for what? The Milwaukee Bucks do not own their pick this year. So why would they want to be bad by trading Giannis right now? Why not just wait until the offseason? The Warriors do not have enough. They do not have enough to trade for Giannis. J-Dub has it up top, hands it off to Caruso. They get it over to Wallace. Wallace up top, dancing with it against Vassell. Hands it off to SGA. Vassell switches on the SGA, driving to his right, blows right past him to the rim, gets the layup to go. Wemby is back in, by the way. And there you go, SGA. Cuts right into the lean, get into the basket for the layup. Vassell bringing it down. Being picked up by SGA. They get over to Barnes. Barnes being guarded by Holmgren. Barnes over the top pass to Wemby. Turns, fires in the paint, and passed it at the last second. They did call the foul as Wemby spun towards the basket, but it was on the pass attempt. So side out of bounds for the Spurs. You know, I said, yeah, I think they'd rather have Towns and Bridges. Well, they're not trading Towns and Bridges either, so. Wemby hands it off to Castle. They get it back to Wemby. High post. Cross-court pass to Vassell. Being guarded by Cason Wallace, and Cason Wallace on the reach with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Not a good foul from Cason Wallace there. You get over to Barnes. Barnes up top being guarded by Holmgren. Barnes gets it over to Castle. Castle trying to get it to Wemby. Cross-court pass Vassell. Right wing, right corner three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Caruso, good box down and rebound over Wemby. Caruso bringing it down. Gets it over to Holmgren. Holmgren catches. Home fakes. Being guarded by Vassell. Swings through to his right. Now spinning back to his left. Driving it down in the lane. Kicks it in the corner. Cason Wallace. No dip three from him. Shoots up an air ball. Wemby with the rebound. Quick outlet to Fox. Fox shot out of a cannon. Leaves it off for Castle to the rim. Reverse layup. Got it to go somehow. Didn't even use the backboard. Just laid up and in past Chet Holmgren. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Back up by 6 for the Spurs. J-Dub driving it down against Vassell. Stops, turns, spins, kicks it out to SGA being guarded by Castle. SGA on the left wing coming to his right at the Holmgren screen. Fox switched on to him to get it into Holmgren. Stops, turns, fires over Castle. Can't get it to go. Good defense. Wemby with the rebound. He's bringing it down. He shot out of a cannon. Driving it down in the lane. Gets stripped. No foul call. Here comes Chet Holmgren bringing it down the other way. Not a good decision for Wemby there. Turned it over. Got the Spurs out and running. And then Chet Holmgren driving it down. Draws a foul going in the lane. Kinohara said, Castle was some circus nonsense tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Holmgren at the foul line. 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Just that's a 12-2 run. 12-2 run. Holmgren knocked down the first one. Knocks down the second one, knocking it back to a 4-point game, 64-60. And Harper will bring it down. Harper has it up top. Coming to is right off the Wemby screen. He's got a lane in the basket all the way. Scoop layup. Got it to go for Dylan Harper. They're doing a great job of attacking and finishing tonight. Even through the chest of Chet Holmgren or Zane Hartenstein or both of them. SGA has it up top. Coming to his left. Harper's going to pick up SGA. The rookie on the MVP. A step back three for SGA, and he rattles it in. SGA's looking to wake up here. Back to a one-possession game. Castle has it up top. They get it over to Wemby. Runs right into Cason Wallace. And then SGA strips Wemby going to the basket. Wemby putting his head down, attacking. Pump fake goes up, gets the layup to go. And Wemby's trying to, SGA waking up here. Knocking it back to a one-point game. The MVP saying, all right, hold on. We are the Thunder. I am Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP. I got this. You know, I said, dude, Harper can freaking play. I mean, this is against the full timeout from the Thunder here. It looks like they're going to use their challenge on the out-of-bounds call. They were going to give it back to the Spurs. The Thunder are going to use their challenge here, probably because it was off of the Spurs, but we'll see. Yeah, this is against the reigning champions, one of the best perimeter defensive teams in the league, and they're fully healthy. So they have Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren out there as rim protectors. So this is like no joke. This is no joke tonight. Harper is 3 for 10. The efficiency isn't there. He's got 8 points, 4 rebounds, and assists. But watching the game, he's very composed. Looks like he definitely fits in. Doesn't look like, a rookie. If anybody looks like a rookie, it's probably Castle tonight. And you look at his stats, and his stats are much better. 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 14 points for him. But he's looked disheveled. He's got, 6 turnovers tonight? So. Lyle said, Warriors definitely need to make a trade, though, to be honest, because they're small. If they can get Giannis, I'll just get a cheap bigs like McGee and call up Cousins or Bol. Brother, McGee is not an NBA player anymore. Cousins is doing studio work. Like, he's not playing NBA basketball anymore. And Bol is out of the league, brother. He's too busy doing fashion. And you don't have enough to make a trade for Giannis. If you want to see Giannis on the Warriors, my man, my advice is to boot up 2K and make the trade that you want to make like that, where you trade Kuminga. Kuminga is not even a role player for the Warriors, dog. Why in the hell would the Milwaukee Bucks said, yeah, we'll trade, one of the 4 best players in the NBA for Jonathan Kuminga, who isn't even in the Warriors rotation? He's got 0 value. Moran said Harper, Edgecombe, and Queen. Yeah, we didn't even mention Queen earlier when we talked about really good young players. We didn't even talk about Queen earlier. I said, so I make this point a lot. Turnovers are a huge underappreciated stat. They're not listed as the main step, but they're always more important than assists, the way assists are currently being called. Yeah, guys get assists very easily, right? Like sometimes a hit-ahead pass in the open court, a guy gets it and is bringing it down and takes 3 or 4 dribbles and makes 2 or 3 dribble moves, and they give the guy assist who threw the hit-ahead pass. So assists are very liberally handed out throughout the league for sure. So a little bit of an overinflated stat. Good point there. But you're right about the turnovers thing. Turnovers very much underappreciated. Lyle said Kuminga is a locked superstar. He's just on the bench because Kerr's not playing him, lowering his value. What do you think the Warriors need? The Warriors need Giannis, but they can't get Giannis. The Warriors are going to be mediocre until Steph Curry retires, and then they're going to tear it down and have to rebuild from the bottom, brother. There is no salvaging this lineup right now. You put all your chips in the table when you traded for Jimmy Butler. Wow, said love the 2K jokes. I'm just being honest. Honestly, there is really not much you could do with the Warriors roster right now. You threw all your chips in the table for Jimmy Butler, and that's not worked out the way you wanted it to. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Champagnie. Heaves up half-court heave. Can't get it to go. Wemby with the rebound. Good defense from the Spurs there. Wemby gets it over to Castle. Castle bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by J. Will. Gonna cross over, down the lane. Goes up against the contact. Gets the layup to go for Steph Castle. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Spurs back up by 3. SGA crosses over, down the lane. Leaves it off for Caruso. Gets knocked into the air. Harper with the steal. Bad turnover for SGA. His second of the night. They get over to Wemby. Wemby in the wing, kicks it out. Vassell, another 3 for him, and another basket for Devin Vassell. Back up by 6. The Spurs go 71-65, 6-point lead. Forgot to restart the timer. 4:15 to go. AJ Mitchell has it on the right wing, being guarded by Wemby. They get it over to J. Will, spring it over to SGA, driving it down against Harper. Stops, turns, spins in the lane, kicks it out to nobody. The third turnover for SGA. This guy has been one of the best players in the league at not turning the ball over, and the Spurs are turning him over constantly tonight. 2 in a row this time now for SGA. Lau said, ESPN said they can get him, so we shall see what happens, but I say they have a 45% chance. I would say they probably have a 15% chance at best. Caruso and the Thunder do a good job of applying pressure in the backcourt, knock the ball loose, and it ends up out of bounds off of the Spurs as they were trying to save it. So the Thunder will bring it down now. Keenan Harris said, the answer is just he isn't a great player. Certainly nobody in the league or somebody like Giannis, which, or else you wouldn't want Giannis so bad. With Kuminga, yeah. I mean, look, man, if he was even a halfway decent player, the Warriors would find time for him. But the fact that he is not even in their rotation as a backup big speaks more volumes than anything you could read on a stat sheet. A.J. Mitchell lines up a right wing three, getting those 3 points right back off the pass from SGA. And so here come the Spurs bringing it down. It's been a back-and-forth affair, especially in this second half here. 3:30 to go. I know my timer is behind. We will catch up. They get over to Wemby. Wemby driving it down to his left, gets caught in the air, draws the foul. They're going to give him 2 free throws? They are going to give him 2 free throws. 3:30 to go. Wemby to the foul line for 2. Moran said Giannis' decline, overrated talk. He's still one of the 4 best players in the league. So if you're looking to win a championship this year, Giannis is definitely a guy who could help you do that. But the future of Giannis is, questionable. Injury history, age, contract, all of the things. Lyle said, if they have a piece to build around Miles Turner, also, how can we be able to work together? You can help me be a great host like you. This is a one-man band, brother. One-man band. Miles Turner is not the level of player you build around, big dog. Say that. He is a nice role player. That is it. You do not build around role players. A.J. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Harper, driving it down. Wemby knocked down the 2 free throws, by the way. Good defense from Harper, forced the miss. Wemby, Keldon Johnson with the rebound, bringing it down. Wemby did knock down the 2 free throws, 73-68, a 5-point lead here for the Spurs. Caruso knocks the pass from Keldon Johnson out of bounds. Wow, so the Spurs will make the playoffs this year? Yeah, man. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the West right now. They have one of the best records. They're 17-7 for sure. That is not even a question anymore, especially with Wemby missing a month, and they didn't really miss that much of a beat. The record's still good. Crossover from De'Aaron Fox. Pull-up 3, can't get it to go. Cason Wallace skies for a rebound. He's bringing it down. Kornet is back in for Wemby. They get it over to SGA. SGA up top, bringing it down. And then a dribble, driving to his left in the lane against Kornet. Scoop with the right hand. Gets it to go. Put some English on it. Nice finish for SGA there through the shot, through the rim protection of Kornet. Fox has it up top. Calling for a screen, coming to his right. They get out to Champagny, a right wing 3 for him. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, ball's knocked loose. Caruso able to pick it up. Here comes SGA. 1 possession game. SGA putting his head down, attacking in the lane. Draws the contact, puts up the floater, can't get it to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So I can't have you agree on nothing I say. Thanks for the conversation. The season still early, everyone in the NBA. Can't wait to see the new trades this year. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It seems like it's going to be an active trade deadline. We'll see. We'll see. Justice Dead said, cue the free throw merchant. Are these his first 2 free throws of the night? He had to have. I know he had 0 rebounds at halftime, so that was a big deal. What is he sitting with now? He knocks down that free throw. For those 2, did he miss one? I just want to look real quick. SGA is 2 for 2 from the foul line. His first 2 free throws of the night there. Dylan Harper down the lane, misses the floater. It was right there for you, brother. It was right there for you. SGA knocked down both of them. It's a 1-point game, 73-72. SGA has it up top off the Harper missed floater. SGA coming to his left. And a foul on Harper, trying to fight over the J. Will screen. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar? Good game? It is a pretty good game so far. Strange Time says 3 more points for Wemby, and I'll have half of the 20 needed. Didn't know he was going to be on a minutes restriction. They didn't mention anything about that when they said he was going to be returning. Ozahar reminded people of the like button. Appreciate you, Ozahar. Appreciate you, man. Mark said, it's so glad we got a game. So much better than Thunder dominance, right? A.J. Mitchell has it up top, spins to his left, almost loses the handle, does lose the handle, picks back up, kicks it out. Cason Wallace, right corner three, can't get it to go. Keldon Johnson, big strong rebound. Been very quiet tonight. Hit ahead to Fox. Fox in and out dribble, driving down the lane, stops, turns, spins, sprays it out. Dylan Harper, a left corner three, too strong, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. J. Will able to pick it up. Here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. 130 remaining. SGA has it up top. And a foul on Vassell. Kung Fu fighting with A.J. Mitchell. Battling for positioning as A.J. Mitchell was trying to come up to set a screen. AB said, I don't watch the OKC Thunder. I hear SGA, who they're trying to compare to Michael Jordan, lives at the foul line. He does. He does live at the foul line. They don't call him the free throw merchant for nothing. Whether you agree or not, he does. He does get to the foul line a lot. He does get the benefit of the call a lot as well. I think is the bigger issue. If people think Brunson is bad at flopping, in terms of like he's good at it and he fools the refs a lot, SGA spends like half of the game falling to the floor on minimal contact. But each their own. Harper gets it over to Kornet. Kornet has it up top, being guarded by J. Will. He's also supremely talented, which is why he makes all the flopping stuff, nauseating to watch. Vassell off the screen, a pull-up three straight away. Can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound. Good boxing out from the Thunder there, and A.J. Mitchell shot out of a cannon, bringing it down the other way. Tries to swing through down the lane. Leaves it off for J. Will. A pull-up three in transition. Can't get it to go. Keldon Johnson rips down another big, strong rebound. Here comes Fox. Hit ahead to Vassell. Vassell driving it down. Gets caught in the air. Throws a bad pass over to Harper in the corner, and they hit Vassell in the charge as Jalen Williams stepped in to draw the charge. Bad job for Vassell there. Just pull up and shoot a little floater or pull up mid-range jumper or whatnot, AB said, we all know Jalen Brunson plays a clean, honest game. I do think that the discussion about his flopping, he does flop. The discussion about his flopping is way overblown, though. He doesn't flop any more than any other average basketball player in modern basketball. Jalen Williams tries to kick it out to A.J. Mitchell, gets knocked into the air, and A.J. Mitchell gets able to retain it. Hand it off to SGA. Shot clock winding down. Down to 10, being guarded by Champagnie. Blows right past him down the lane. Kicks it out. Aaron Wiggins, a left wing three. Can't get that one to go. Champagnie with the rebound. Thunder holding on to a 1-point lead here. 74-73. It's been a back-and-forth affair all night. Not all night, but most of the night. Fox dancing with it against Cason Wallace. Pulls it back. A pull-up three. In and out. And in again for De'Aaron Fox. It looked like it was going to swing back out, but he got it to stay. And the Thunder and the Spurs take a 2-point lead here. 76-74. 20 seconds to go. SGA has it up top. Being guarded by Champagnie. He's going to wind down the clock. About a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock, so it should be the last shot of the quarter. Swing it over to Jalen Williams. Catches, pump fakes, down the lane, goes up against the contact, gets the layup to go, and the foul for Jalen Williams with 7 seconds to go. Bad foul from Keldon Johnson there. AB said Jalen Brunson doesn't get any calls. Yeah. I mean, look, man, he is like 47th in the NBA in free throw attempts. You know what I mean? Like, he just that's a threes falling for the Spurs. Nice to see. He's playing much better. Keenan Harris said, not really true. I saw an analysis, and SGA was, in fact, a top flopper along with Trey and JB. I think SGA is the most egregious flopper in the league right now. JB does his fair share of flopping as well. All the way jumper for De'Aaron Fox. Draws the foul on Caruso. Caruso was incensed at the foul call. Going to send Fox to the foul line for 2 free throws with 0.1 on the clock. Trae Young is also a pretty bad flopper, but, Just as that's at 11:07. We're definitely getting overtime. Ben Yates, what's up, Ben Yates? Thank you for the subscription, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. James Risley, what's up, James? Would you play Wemby more? He's on a minutes restriction, so I'm sure they would love to play Wemby a lot more. Would I play Wemby more? I would save as many minutes as I could for the fourth quarter run here. De'Aaron Fox knocks down both free throws. And that will be the end of the third quarter there. Spurs take a 1-point lead into the fourth. Good game. Back and forth affair. Love to see it. Judge that said Caruso had a gripe there. I don't know if he had a gripe. He did make contact on the. It looked like he made contact on the elbows, unless I didn't see the right replay. I wasn't really paying attention. I was trying to read chat. But from what I saw, it looked like he made contact on the elbows. Judge that's a 12 minutes for Wemby so far. Yeah, I wonder what the minutes restriction is. I wonder what it is. I haven't heard them say specifically a number on the broadcast yet, so fix the hat real quick. Hold on. Here we go. K. Hazy said Trae Young is the worst flopper because he doesn't even try to score. That's fair. That's fair. At least Brunson and SGA, when they flop, at least they're like flipping up it at the rim, trying to get the basket, while Trae Young is like throwing it into the stand. So sure. Mark said, look clean, but we'll take it. I didn't get a good look at it. I saw like one replay real quick while I was trying to reach out at the same time. But hey man, they called it and he took free throw, so we move on. Strange Time said 13 points from Wemby in the fourth, and he'll save my parlay. Not impossible. Depends how much he's able to play here in the fourth. Is it like a 20-minute minutes restriction? Right? Is he allowed 8 minutes here in the fourth quarter? Like that's if he plays the final 8 minutes of the game, right? AB said I don't hear Trae Young's name anymore. He's been hurt for like over a month now, so and he's still like a week or two away. Oh, I gotta tie my shoe. There you go. Just that Wemby plus 19. He's been very good. I don't like the plus minus stats, but he has been very good. And the plus minus points that out. Caruso's a plus 16. Caruso is also very good. Caruso is just an incredibly additive player, right? Like you look at the box scores for Caruso, he's got 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Nothing all that major. Mark said Justin's dad loves the plus minus. He does. He adores it. It's his favorite stat. I think it's the worst stat on the stat sheet. I don't think it tells you 90% of the time. I don't think it tells you anything about the game. There's no context for the plus minus. Just, like what is the context? Who are the other 4 players out on the court while your plus minus was either tanking or skyrocketing? Were you contributing to the plus minus tanking or skyrocketing, or were you just standing in the corner, right? What is the context behind the plus minus? SGA tonight up to 23 points, 10 for 18 from the floor. Spurs doing it by committee mostly. 19 for Fox, 14 for Vassell, 16 for Castle, 7 for Wemby off the bench, 8 for Dylan Harper off the bench. He's 3 for 12 from the floor, 1 for 5 from 3. At least he's not bashful about putting them shots up. If they could get absolutely anything from Harrison Barnes in this fourth quarter, it would be huge. It would be huge. All right, here we go. Checking in for the final 12 minutes of the game. Wembanyama is going to start the fourth quarter. Wow. Strange Time said $10 to $228. Someone hold me. I said I think plus minus is a fabulous stat on a season or a multi-season basis, not on a game basis. Fair. Very fair. Yeah, that's very fair. I think fabulous is a little too far from me, but I do think, in that context that you're saying, over the course of multiple games, yeah, it's fair. Wemby leans in, draws the foul, knocked it down, and they wave it off. They say it was that swing-through move, and they're not going to give him the and one shot. They're going to say side out of bounds. Does that to the Raptors versus Heat on Monday? Haven't even looked at it. But I'll just pick what I think is the best game for Monday. I mean, we'll have time. We'll have a timeout here to check it out. So for now, we'll stick with the game, but we'll check out the Monday games. Castle in the lane, little fall-away jumper in the paint over A.J. Mitchell, can't get it to go. Mitchell with the rebound, he's bringing it down the other way. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Castle, coming to his left, stops, pulls it back, kicks it out to Holmgren. Holmgren being guarded by Wemby, dancing with it, crossing over to his right, down the lane, stops, turns, spins, leans in, goes up, gets swatted out of there by Wembanyama, making him look silly. They get it out to J-Dub, shot clock winding down, crosses over to his right, half spin, spins again, coming to his left, heaves it up from the three-point line, airballs it, shot clock violation. And Wembanyama got that look on him like, come on, Chet Holmgren. You thought you was me? You thought you had the size and length advantage? Get that out of here. De'Aaron Fox has it on the left wing. Up top to Barnes. A straightaway three. Can they get anything? Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball, and J-Dub fouls Wemby, trying to keep him off the glass. Harrison Barnes has been selling all night long now. 0 for 8? 0 for 8 from three-point range. My goodness, has he been terrible. Joe's Dad said Sunday Dogs, Lakers versus Suns, best game? Yeah, I'm good on that, brother. Lakers are on my no-watch list right now. I don't find Luka Doncic entertaining to watch. I can't do another Luka Doncic game. Harrison Barnes has it up top. Guarded by Holmgren. They get it to Wemby. Wemby turns and fires. Fall away midi. Got it to go. Wembanyama saving his best stuff for the fourth quarter here. He's cooking. He is cooking. He is involved in almost every play, both offensively and defensively. A.J. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Castle. They get over to J-Dub. J-Dub up top, being guarded by Fox. J-Dub dancing with it, driving to his left, loses the handle, picks it back up to get it out to Holmgren. Holmgren being guarded by Barnes. Back to J-Dub. J-Dub being guarded by Barnes. Driving to his left, in the lane, goes up, reverse layup, smokes it, and rebound knocked out of bounds by Aaron Wiggins. And J-Dub fell into the cameraman. He's slow to get up. J-Dub went way too fast. He saw Wemby coming over for the help. Was nowhere close with the layup. Smacked off the back rim, was nowhere near the rim. Mark said Wemby needs to play this entire quarter. I wonder what his they call a foul? They called a foul. Wow, I couldn't even hear the whistle. So J-Dub's at the foul line for 2 free throws. My bad. My bad. I thought that was clean, but I guess he pushed him in the back there. J-Dub at the foul line for 2. He knocks down the first free throw. Mark said, where was the foul? That's what I was wondering. J-Dub knocks down both of them. Fox bringing it down. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Wallace. They get over to Barnes. Barnes being guarded by Chet Holmgren. Raise it out to Fox. Right wing three off the catch, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net over Cason Wallace. De'Aaron Fox has hit huge shot all night long. Whether it was driving to the rim, mid-range pull-ups, floaters, knocking down threes. J-Dub driving it down to kick it out to A.J. Mitchell. Mitchell catches, pump fakes, drives it right into the chest of Castle, spins, coming down, kicks it out. Holmgren to three, gets blocked by De'Aaron Fox. Castle knocks the rebound over to Champagnie, over to Barnes. Barnes has it up top to get it down low to Wemby, catches, turns, spins, fall the way over Holmgren. Got it to go anyway. Off balance, falling over Holmgren in his face, and he's going to knock it down anyway. Back up to a 6-point lead for the Spurs. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Champagnie. J-Dub's going to look to dance with it. Coming to his left, behind the back pass to Holmgren. Holmgren has nowhere to go, so he hands it off to A.J. Mitchell. Mitchell sprays it over to J-Dub, driving to his left, down the lane. And they call a foul on Steph Castle, and they say foul on the floor. No shot attempt. Keenar said, Wemby wants it over Chet big time. Always. Always. Whatever it is between these two guys, I love it. I love it. We need more of this in the league. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Dancing with it, coming to his right off the Holmgren screen. Stops, kicks it out. Wallace catches, pump fake, sidestep, puts up the three over Champagnie. Got it to go down. Big time shot for Cason Wallace there. Gets those 3 points right back. Get over to Barnes. Barnes trying to get it over to Wemby. They throw it over the top to Wemby. Catches, pass fake, goes up, and gets fouled by Cason Wallace. And Wemby flexing a little bit. He flexing on Cason Wallace. He's like, come on, bro. You going to try to rip me down to the floor? Come on. I love it, Wemby. Flex on him. You're too little for me. You're too little. I'm loving it. I'm loving the Wembanyama experience right now. And this is exactly what happened to the Thunder last year. But it was for the Cup Finals when Giannis was flexing all over the Thunder, just being too big down low for them. Wemby knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. I love watching Wemby play, man. We got to get to more Spurs games. Now that Wemby is back, we can finally tune back into more Spurs games. Nat Turner, what's up, Nat Turner? Say the score sometime. I'm listening and working. I got you, Nat Turner. I got you. It is 86-82 right now with 9:10 to go. I got you, brother. Mike said, dude is an alien. He is. He is. He's got 12 points tonight, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks in limited minutes. Knocks down both free throws. 87-82. Spurs with a 5-point lead. J-Dub bringing it down against De'Aaron Fox. And they call a foul on De'Aaron Fox in the backcourt. And Fox is upset with a little ticky-tack foul. AP said OKC with their tailor-made easy schedule. It has been an easy schedule. They are getting tested tonight against the Spurs. But, you know, it's only a 5-point game. Thunder could absolutely still pull this one out. J-Dub driving it down past the defense. Gets the scoop, able to go with the left-hand pass, Harrison Barnes. 87-84, back to a 3-point game. 1-possession game. Fox has it up top, directing traffic. Being guarded by Caruso up top, coming to his left off the Harper screen. Putting his head down, attacking in the lane. Goes up against the contact. Smokes the layup. De'Aaron Fox doing a little too much, hanging in the air a little too long. They spray it out to Caruso. Caruso walks into a pull-up 3 in transition, and he knocks it down, tying it up at 87 here, and a timeout for the San Antonio Spurs. 8:30 to go here in the fourth. Alex Caruso, the X factor for the Thunder here. They don't win the championship last year without Alex Caruso, and right now, tonight, they would not be in this game the way they are without Alex Caruso. Now turn a second. Will you say the score? I've been saying it multiple times, brother. I've been saying it multiple times. He said, I cannot believe I'm rooting for a team that is not in the New York Knicks to win a game. Donnie Bantry. What's up, Donnie? Do you guys think any NBA team will ever do the double, winning the cup and the finals in the same season? For sure. It'll happen. It'll for sure happen. Absolutely. Kinar said, Caruso's such a killer. I wanted him so bad for our Knicks. Me too. Me too, Kinar. Absolutely. Absolutely wanted him. Chicago is just notoriously very difficult to make trades with because they're so poorly ran. They're so poorly ran. They valued Josh Giddey super highly. And look, Josh Giddey turned out to be a really good value pick for them. Great. Awesome. Cool. Appreciate that. The fact that they didn't negotiate the Oklahoma City Thunder to throw in at least one of the million first-round picks that they have into that deal was crazy. But, yeah. I wanted Josh Giddey pretty badly, too. We have, 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 87. Barnes has sold all night. A 43% three-point shooter has had, I would say, 6 or 7 wide-open three-point shots tonight. He finds himself 0 for 8 from 3. I mean, just unbelievable. He does have 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Trying to do a little bit of everything. Cool, great, awesome, appreciate that. But, brother, you're here to knock down threes. And you're 0 for 8. Need you to wake up. De'Aaron Fox, 22, 2, and 4. He's made huge clutch shot after huge clutch shot tonight. He's been so big for the San Antonio Spurs tonight. Champagnie, he's 1 for 5 from 3. He's out there to play defense, snag rebounds, and knock down threes. He's 1 for 5 from 3. Not the greatest outcome for him so far. But the defense has been there. The rebounding has been there. Overall, he's been impactful. He's been solid. But, brother, we need you to knock down some threes. Wemby, 4 for 6 from the field. Obviously, on the minutes restriction, he's 1 for 1 from 3. 13 rebounds, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists for him so far in the limited minutes. Dylan Harper's in the game right now. He's got 8 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. He's looked like he's belonged, but he has looked like a rookie a little bit so far, especially here in the second half. Struggling a little bit more. He's 1 for 5 from 3. Trying to take what the defense is giving him, but that's not necessarily his game. Chet Holmgren tonight, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Not a great game from Chet Holmgren. Jalen Williams? J-Dub, 11 points for him. He's 1 for 4 from 3, 4 for 13 from the field. 5 boards, 3 assists. Caruso was 7. He just knocked down that pull-up 3 in transition. Cason Wallace was 7. He's in off the bench. A.J. Mitchell tonight, 9 points, 2 for 4 from the field. He did knock down a 3, 6 boards, 3 assists. He's doing a little bit of everything. He's playing very well. But what will happen when the closer, SGA, comes into the game? How will the Thunder look at that point? The Spurs overall have done a pretty decent job of defending him, but it's still SGA's. J-Dub picks the pocket of Dylan Harper. J-Dub hit ahead, throws up the lob to J-Dub. Gets blocked, chased down, blocked by Kornet. No foul call. J-Dub can't believe it. They get over to Champagnie, ran off the line, kicks it back out. Vassell, right wing three. He's open, and he knocks it down. Big time play for the San Antonio Spurs, who did not give up on the play. Under 8 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Spurs find themselves back up by 3, 90-87. J-Dub up top, coming to his left, off the Hartenstein screen. Stops, turns, pocket pass. Hartenstein down low, flips it up with the left hand. Got it to go. Beautiful pass from J-Dub there for the rolling Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's much better to have Hartenstein out there than to have Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren was terrible to start this fourth quarter. Now they have Hartenstein out there who's going to be much better. They've also taken Wemby out. Kornet is in. Harper has it up top, 90-89 with 7:30 to go. Harper pulls it back out, dancing with it. Being guarded by Cason Wallace, coming to his left. And they call a foul on Hartenstein as Kornet hit the floor. A lot of ticky-tack whistles a little bit here. $90-89. SGA comes back into the game. Here we go. Justin Dad said this has a big game feel. Finally, it is a big game. It is a big game. Wemby likely to sit for the final 3 or 4-ish minutes. Castle, they get it into Kornet. Kornet being guarded by Hartenstein. Gets it over to Harper. Harper coming to his left, dancing around the Kornet screen, coming to his right now. In the lane, throws up a high floater. Not a great look, but Kornet right there for the tip. Can't get it to go. Battles for the offensive rebound, trying to rip it away. And a jump ball between Kornet and A.J. Mitchell. Great hustle there for Kornet. Good job from A.J. Mitchell to tie him up. Now we're going to have a jump ball between the two players. John Corley said, oh snap, SGA playing in the fourth. Here he comes. Here he comes. Kornet wins the tip easily. Get it out to Castle. Stops, turns, spins in the paint. Kicks it out to nobody. Another turnover. What is that? The 7th turnover for Castle. Hit ahead for Caruso. Big one-handed hammer in transition. And Caruso looking for a foul he's not going to get. But boy, oh boy, is that fire up his bench. Castle has it up top, dancing with it against SGA. Coming to his right up the Kornet screen. They get it over to Harper. Harper dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. Dribbles it off his own foot. Caruso picks it up. And now Caruso bringing it down over to SGA. SGA stops in the lane. Leaves it off for Caruso. Lays it up. Got it to go. And the Thunder quickly up by 3 thanks to Alex Caruso. Who else? Who else? The true closer for the Thunder, Alex Caruso. 6:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 90-93, 3-point lead for the Thunder. Castle has it up top. Gets it over to Kornet. Kornet back out to Castle. Castle is going to set and fire a deep 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Not the shot I would have wanted if I was the Spurs. Here comes Cason Wallace driving it down out to Caruso, right corner 3. Can't get that one to go. Hartenstein, the offensive rebound. Dribbles it out. They get it over to SGA. Coming to his left on the left wing. Driving it down behind the back. Dancing with it. Steps back. Leaves it off. Caruso in the corner being guarded by Kornet. Coming to his right. Gets it over to A.J. Mitchell. Driving it down off his hands. Good defense from Harper. And the ball will go back to the Spurs here. As Dad said, Caruso, wow, undrafted. Yep, 31 years old now. Got 2 championship rings. Instrumental piece to both runs. Castle driving it down to his right in the lane. Throws up the floater. Rattles it in. SGA bringing it down. Being guarded by Castle. Coming to his right off the Hartenstein screen. Snaking it back to his left hand in the lane. Gets caught in the air. Throws it away, but right into the hands of Cason Wallace. A straightaway 3. Can't get it to go. Vassell skying for the rebound. Saves it out to Kornet. Over to Harper. Hit ahead to Vassell. Hit ahead to Castle. Castle, big 2-handed hammer. And Castle looking for a foul call. He's not going to get either. A lot of complaining for both sides right now. They're allowing you guys to play. Just hoop. Here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. Castle guarding SGA up top. SGA behind the back. Coming to his right up the Hartenstein screen. Attacking Kornet off the bounce. And they call a foul on Castle fighting through the Hartenstein screen. $94-93, 1-point lead here for the Spurs. With a little over 5 minutes to go, Hartenstein has it up top. They hand it off to SGA. Coming to his left, Harper switched on to SGA. It's not the matchup I'd like if I was the Spurs. SGA, step back, fall, long two. Comes up short, but they call the foul on Harper. Going to send SGA to the foul line for two. It's a landing violation foul on Harper. Giannar said, great game. Fantastic game so far. Fantastic game. I don't think there's a flagrant whatsoever. The refs are going to go look to see if it meets the criteria of a flagrant for a reckless closeout by Harper. I don't think it is. I think, as a matter of fact, he's even trying to, try to get out of the way, trying to lean back a little bit to not make the contact. Judge that said flop. It is a landing foul violation by the letter of the law. I just don't love the landing foul violations for step backs like that, in which a player is leaning back, but has his legs forward, he's kind of like this, with his legs kind of coming out that way when he lands. Where is the defensive? How is the defensive player supposed to challenge that? Right, get to the side, I guess, is what the NBA is telling players. But Giannar said clear path in landing zone is BS. That gets me mad. Landing zone, that's the Zaza Pachulia rule. It literally ended the Kawhi Leonard Spurs, right? So there had to be a rule. I think it's gotten a little too much. Right? It's gotten a little too much, but this they call it just a regular common foul. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? Landing zone is where the Jets are still sitting. I said not even a foul, flagrant, what crap. No, they call it a regular common foul, landing zone foul. SGA knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Simon Joss said that wasn't a foul. Definitely on that borderline of whether it was a foul or not with the landing zone, even with the landing zone foul, right? Even with the landing zone foul, that's definitely on the borderline of whether or not it's a foul or not. SGA knocks down both free throws. Thunder up by one. 95-94, 5 minutes to go. Castle has it up top, throws a lob over the top to Wemby. Wemby misses the layup, and then Caruso snags a rebound. Gotta get that one to go down, big Wemby. Here comes SGA bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his left, stops, steps back for a three over Fox. Comes up short. Champagnie with the rebound. Here comes Steph Castle. Castle coming to his left, has it up top, dancing with it. Stops, kicks it out up top to Wemby. Wemby catches, pump fakes, driving to his right on Caruso. Euro steps down the lane, knocked out of his hands. He recovers it, and Caruso comes up with the steal. Oh my goodness, Caruso guarding Wemby is hilarious. And then Chet Holmgren gets swatted out of there by Steph Castle, but they do call a foul, I believe, on Vassell, sending Chet Holmgren to the foul line for two. Caruso having the even ability to guard Wembanyama is hilarious and awesome. Oh my goodness. Giannar said Caruso just way too good. It is incredible. It is incredible. He didn't bite on the Wemby three because he was like, go ahead, shoot it. I'd rather live with you shooting threes. Wemby didn't want to shoot the three, so he put it down on the floor, looked to attack. He tried to go for those long leg Euros, took the 2 steps, and all Caruso did was continue to stay even with him. Hands up in the air. Then we took the second step. He brought the ball over across his chest. Caruso was just like, all right, knock that out of the air. And then they went up, battled for the loose ball. Caruso able to pull it out. Now he's subbed out of the game. Wow, okay. All right. Let's see how they match up with Wembanyama now. He's definitely their best defender for him. Chet Holmgren knocks down both free throws. No, split the free throws. Split the free throws. 96-94. 4:13 to go. Castle has it up top, attacking to his right, trying to bully his way to the basket. Gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. Not a good decision from Steph Castle there. Not sure what was going through his mind on that one. You said, anyone remember when Jalen Brunson made Caruso fall on his butt? He did. He did. Hit him with that behind-the-back crossover. They throw a lob up to Wemby for the big one-handed hammer. I love when they do that. They don't even waste any time. They just throw off the inbound. They just throw it up there and they say, Wemby, you go grab it. You're the biggest man on the court. And he does. And he does all the time. Step back, fall away, baseline jumper for SGA. Rattles it in over Vassell. Not much you can do to guard that one. De'Aaron Fox has it up top. Dancing with it against Lou Dort, who's back in the game. Sprayed out to Champagnie. Champagnie attacking to his right. They kick it out to Vassell. Vassell fires a three. And Vassell knocks down a three. Big time shot for Devin Vassell. Back up by one, the Spurs go. 3:42 to go. 99-98 right now. Oh my goodness, here we go. Spurs by one, 99-98. A back and forth affair, an incredible basketball game here tonight. You know, to be honest, I'm probably rooting for the Thunder to lose. Just because if the Thunder made it to the finals, right? Let's say hypothetically, the Thunder made it to the finals to play the Knicks. I think either way, it's a good outcome. But if the Thunder made it to the finals to play the Knicks, and then if the Knicks beat them in the finals, the loss doesn't count for the Thunder. So I do want the loss to count for the Thunder, unfortunately. So I guess I have to be rooting against the Thunder here tonight. Kenar said, Spurs are here. They are contenders. They are. They are. When fully healthy, they are. Vassell is getting on track. He's playing well. Fox is back. He's playing well. Stephon Castle continues to play better. As the season has gone on, Dylan Harper has played better and better and better. Harrison Barnes is knocking down threes. Not so much tonight, but overall, he's been knocking down threes. Ox Farrow, what's up, Ox? The game is a back and forth, huh? Yep. It is for sure a back and forth affair tonight. Five in here. What's up, Five? Where's the food? Lionel Modus, a Great Cup final. It's going to be. It is. I can't wait. I wish the Knicks were a little bit healthier, but it's all right. Right? Because then we could have seen the Spurs are getting healthier, the Thunder are getting healthier, and the Knicks are getting more injured, unfortunately, with no Shamit and no McBride. Right? The Knicks are not deep enough to survive injuries to key role players. Right? We are relying on Tyler Kolek and Jordan Clarkson, unfortunately, and Yabusele. I said, yeah, I don't think we got a chance against Horse 2, especially without Ducey. Yeah, the Knicks are just not. I mean, I think they have a chance for sure. Maybe it wouldn't go that far, but the Knicks are not a deep enough team to survive injuries against the cream of the crop of the NBA, right? If they're going to want to beat those teams, they're going to need to be as healthy as possible, and that's, even needing role players like Deuce McBride and Landry Shamet. Because then, like I said, you're relying on the Tyler Koleks and the Jordan Clarksons of the world. And why I love Tyler Kolek, I guess we'll see. We'll see if he's ready for primetime against a team the caliber of either the Spurs or the Thunder with the level of perimeter defenders that both of those teams have. A-Rod, what's up, A-Rod? We still blew out a good team today, though. The Knicks? Yeah. Played extremely well against the Magic. The Magic did start wearing down as the game went on with injuries, but they did beat them. Kenar said these two teams have a bench full of real minutes players. We don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say the Knicks do when fully healthy, but, then again, But here we go. Alex Caruso bringing it down. 1 point game, 99-98. They get over to SGA. SGA up top being guarded by Castle. Now Fox switches onto him. SGA dancing with it. Get it out to Holmgren. Catches. Pump fakes back to SGA. Up top being guarded by Fox. Coming to his right up the screen. Puts up the three over Wemby. High arcing three. Can't get it to go. Castle skies for the rebound. Gets it over to Fox. Hit ahead to Vassell. Vassell pulls it back out. Gets it over to Fox. They throw it over the top. Wemby able to grab it. J-Dub went down. And Wembanyama draws a foul on Lou Dort. And it's so funny when they lob it up to Wemby because it's always a bad pass because they're just like, he's so tall, we're just going to throw it up to him. And he gets it every time, even though it's a bad pass. But he gets fouled by Lou Dort. They are in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus for the final 3 minutes here. So Wemby at the foul line for 2 free throws. And again, he could get up to the 20. So whoever in the chat, I'm going to close my window. Whoever in the chat was asking for the Wemby 20-point game, he still might get it. 3 minutes to go. They're definitely going to play through him a lot here as he knocks down the first free throw. Angelo Harding says scores will be 114-109. Interesting. High-scoring 3-minute stretch here then. These two teams... Oh, I read that already. Wemby the only man in the league who could catch that pass. Yeah, it's a terrible pass, and yet he still got it. Wemby does miss the second free throw, though. Chet Holmgren comes flying in for the rebound. Caruso is back in. They need him. They for sure need him. J-Dub bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Coming to right up the SGA screen. Pulls it back out. Castle switched on to J-Dub. They get it over to SGA, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his left. Stops. They show double team. They get it out to J-Dub. Puts up the three over Castle. Got it to go. Big time shot for J-Dub there. Giving the Thunder a 1-point lead. 101-100. 2:45 to go. Castle has it up top, bringing it down. Being guarded by SGA. They get it, they lob it over the top to Wemby again, being guarded by Caruso. Wemby in the lane, gets stripped, picks it back up, fall away, puts it up at the buzzer, rattles it in anyway. Great defense from Caruso, but you can't contest the jump shot. You could just hope he's going to miss it, but he rattled it in there. He's up to 18 points now, 102 1-on-1 as the Spurs pick up a 1-point lead again. J-Dub has it up top. They get it over to SGA. SGA being guarded by Fox. They spray it out. Lou Dort, left corner three, over Vassell. A little late to close out, but he can't get it to go down. Wembanyama trying to grab the rebound. J-Dub saves it over to Holmgren. They get it out to Caruso, now up top to SGA. Coming to his left, Champagnie switched onto him. Coming to his left, step back. Double step back three, high arcing three over Champagnie. Way too strong, can't get it to go. Terrible shot from SGA, and they get it out to Castle. Now over to Fox. Fox will slowly walk it down for the final 2-minute stretch here. Spurs holding on to a 1-point lead, and now they have possession. Trying to extend the lead here. Fox being guarded by Caruso. You gotta look to get it to Wemby here, being guarded by J-Dub. Fox, he is looking and trying to get it to Wemby. They lob it over the top to Wemby. Wemby back over to Fox. Fox fires a three, a deep one. Way off on that one. Battle for the loose ball, out of bounds. Ball is going to stay with the Spurs. Keno Hart said J-Dub has been a clutch guy so far. He has. He has been. Castle, got to get it into somebody. They get it into Champagnie. Champagnie gets it over to Wemby. Caruso goes for the steal, and Wembanyama gets swatted out of there by Lou Dort. Incredible play from Dort. J-Dub shot out of a cannon against, as Caruso smokes a layup. J-Dub lost it. Great defense from Champagnie, and then Caruso just missed the layup. Vassell the other way, gets stripped by Caruso, but a foul is called, sending Vassell to the foul line for two. Caruso had a wide open layup after great defensive possession from Champagnie on J-Dub out on the fast break. It was a 2-on-1. And Champagnie does a great job walling off the paint against J-Dub. He loses the ball out of the air. And Caruso picks it up and has to put it in the basket. And he misses it. And then the Spurs get out and run the other way. And now Vassell's at the foul line for two. Wow. Wow. Keenar said, what a play from Dort. Yeah, they're showing the replay on Dort blocking the Wembanyama shot. I'm so fascinated by Caruso missed the layup in this clutch play, in this clutch possession here, that I didn't even really highlight the incredible block from Lou Dort on Wembanyama. Vassell does knock down the first free throw. 2-point game. A.J. Mitchell comes in for Lou Dort here. Nick Yag, what's up, Nick Yag? Which team can't we beat? Yak heard some nonsense in the chat, and he said, I need to come shut this down real quick. Vassell misses the second one. Battle for the loose ball. Wembanyama had it, lost it. Gets knocked in the head. No foul call. It's out of bounds. Nat Turner said, your commentator is great now that you're saying the score. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Been saying the score all night, big dog. Got to clean the wax out of your ears, my guy. Oh, no, they did call the foul. So now Wembanyama's back at the line. Or he's at the line now for two. Does he have the 20 yet? Wemby? Wemby has 20? He's got 18. He can get the 20 here. Somebody in the chat earlier needed Wemby for 20. Cadis, what's up, Cadis? Chet hitting the winner? I don't know if it's going to be Chet. Chet has had a bad night tonight as Wembanyama rattles in the first free throw. Got one more coming. He's up to 19 points. He's hooping. Keenar said, no, did Wemby just flop? I don't know. I didn't see the replay. I didn't see him get smacked in the head. But his head is red. I will say. The top of his, like, right here area, between his hairline and his eyebrow is all red. So, seemed like he got smacked in the head. I don't know. Here we go. A minute to go. Wemby knocked down both. He's got the 20 points. There you go. There's Wemby. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Coming to is right off the SGA screen. J-Dub has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Coming to his left, driving it down. Stop. Pull up mid-range jumper over Castle. Can't get it to go. Champagnie with a big, strong clutch rebound. Champagnie has been... I've been falling in love with Champagnie, man. Can the Knicks trade for Julian Champagnie, please? I love this guy so far. Castle has it up top, being guarded by SGA. They get it over to Wemby, being guarded by Caruso. Catches. Almost walked with it, saves it out to Vassell. Vassell gets it back to Wemby, being guarded by A.J. Mitchell. Down the lane, leans in, off glass, can't get it to go. No foul call against Holmgren. Good defense from him. SGA secures the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. 30 seconds to go. It's a 4-point lead. SGA stops, steps back, hesitates. He's looking for the three. They're not giving it to him. Pulls it back, dancing with it, in and out, behind the back, coming down, stops, crosses over to his left. Fantastic defense down the lane, loses the handle, saves it over to Holmgren. Gets fouled by Wembanyama. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 with 24 seconds to go. My timer ticked off, my bad. 24 seconds to go. Fantastic defense on SGA. Wasted a lot of time dancing with it out on the perimeter, but they did finally find it over to Holmgren, and he gets fouled by Wembanyama purposely to not give him the and one or the easy layup. He just said, go ahead, take 2 free throws. Strange Time said, let's go. Won my parlay. I love Wemby. Chet Holmgren at the foul line for 2 free throws. He's 7 for 8 from the foul line tonight. He knocks down the first one. 24.9 seconds to go exactly. Kornet subs in. Don't tell me Kornet's coming in for Wemby. No, he's coming in for De'Aaron Fox. Fox coming out of the game. Interesting. SGA comes out of the game. They're going with their full defensive lineup. They're trying to get a steal here. Holmgren at the foul line. He made the first one. He knocks down the second one. And a full timeout from the Spurs here. It is a 2-point game, 105 to 103, 24.9 seconds to go. Spurs with a 2-point lead, and they will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Just Dad said, didn't expect this. I did. I fully expected this to be a very close game. Very happy with the outcome so far. NFT Tay, what's up, NFT Tay? Chet needs to get 17. I got a good parlay on him. Chet is sitting with 16 now, so he's got 16. Needs one more. I said no shot. He's Wemby's friend from France. Loves Julian Champagnie. Ah, man, I love Julian Champagnie. His brother, even over on the Wizards, is solid. He's also solid. I'll take him. That's Justin Champagnie, right? Over on the Wizards. I'll take Justin Champagnie. Take Cowboys. What's up, Tay? This game is wild. Great game. Great game. I said, okay, turnovers make sense. Got to have a ball handler here. Yeah. I mean, good timeout for the Spurs. We'll see who they come out with. I get now why they put in Kornet for De'Aaron Fox there. They wanted to make sure they could grab the rebound. Yak said, coming down the free throws. Maybe, yeah. See if the Thunder are going to play the foul game. They're obviously fantastic at going for steals and being very aggressive going for them. Mark said 2 great games tonight. Yep. Makes up for the, what was that, Thursday night games? The Western Conference Cup games where we had the Spurs-Lakers game and then the Thunder-Suns game. 2 terrible games that night. Tonight, 2 really good games. Barnes will inbound it. Fox is back out there. You get it into Wemby. Wemby being guarded by Holmgren. I would just hold it. And then they foul him. Yeah, good job from Wemby. I would just hold it. Like, they didn't foul initially. They didn't even bring a double team over right away. Just held it. Ran 4 seconds off the clock. Solid. Wemby's at the foul line for 2 free throws now. Now you got to knock down your free throws. Here it comes. Here comes the free throw game, y'all. Y'all were just talking about it. Because that's at half the foul. Yeah. Got to knock down your free throws now. Wemby just was at the foul line and he knocked down 2. You have to knock down 2 here. You want to be up 4. You don't want a single-digit game. As he misses the first free throw. Uh-oh. Well, now you have to knock this one down. They got to by 3, at the very least. I said that's what he did. Great job. Wemby is a very smart player in addition to all his other gifts. Yeah, studies the game. It's not about having the talent and the physical tools. You got to love the game, and you got to put in the work, and you got to study. You got to study the game. You got to watch the film. You got to do all the things. Wembanyama's doing it. What all the greats did. Wemby knocks down the second free throw. All All right, it's a three-point game. SGA is going to bring it down. They're trying to press him in the backcourt. SGA putting his head down, attacking all the way to the rim. Gets a dunk. They give it to him. Going to play the free throw game. 1-point game. They get it into Wemby. Wemby wants the free throws. Wemby has it. Gets it out to Castle. They would like to foul Castle. They do foul Castle. 9.8 to go. If you're Castle, you got to turn on the Jets, brother. You got to outrun Cason Wallace there. Bible said, what's up, Bible? New York stand a better chance of beating the Spurs than the Thunder for the Cup? I don't know about that. Spurs are good, brother. Spurs are good. You know, I said, let's see what his nerves are made of. Castle, he's just not like a consistent shooter. He does knock down the first free throw, though. But you have to knock this next one down. You have to go up by at least 3 so that you don't put yourself in a position where a three-point shot ends your night. Three-point shot extends the game. But you can't have it where a three-point shot ends your night. He's got his nose plugged up. He's got his blood on his lip. Castle's been getting beat up tonight. 107, 105, 9.8 to go. Castle at the foul line for one more. What you got? What you got, Steph? And he does knock down both free throws. 2 perfect free throws for Steph Castle and a timeout for the Thunder here. Final timeout? No. They're going to have one more timeout remaining. The Spurs also have one timeout remaining. 108, 105 with 9.8 to go here in the fourth quarter. Spurs on the verge of an upset. I would love to see it. Bible said, but no one thought my Spurs was going to beat the Thunder. Tonight I knew. Oh, I've been saying it all night, Bible. I've been saying it all night. Right? There's a reason I've talked about how easy the Thunder schedule has been. They have not really been tested. I've been talking about it all night. Absolutely believe from the time we went live at 5 o'clock that the Thunder were going to have a pretty good chance of beating the Thunder tonight. The Spurs were going to have a pretty good chance of beating the Thunder tonight. You know, I said Castle. I love the young Spurs, not going to lie. Yeah, they have a pretty fantastic group of young guys. Castle, Harper, and Wemby for the future is crazy. Crazy. Even their coach, I forget his name. I know it's Coach Johnson. I forget his first name. Shout out Coach Johnson, right? Let me look it up because I want to give him the proper shout out. He's been great. He's been great. Taking over for, a legendary head coach cannot be easy. Cannot be easy at all. Mitch Johnson. Shout out Coach Mitch Johnson. He's been great. Been very good. Obviously was primed and ready for the opportunity, being an assistant under Greg Popovich for a couple of years. But he has taken over. He's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal so far. I mean, it could be somewhat easy when you have fantastic players as well, but his principles, his teachings have all worked out. Obviously, Greg Popovich is still involved, but phenomenal. All around phenomenal. All right, here we go. Wembanyama guarding the inbounds. Caruso will try to inbound it. Caruso and the Thunder use another timeout. They didn't like what they had. Didn't like the options they had. Tay said, you could tell Pop built this team. The Spurs have always been phenomenal at drafting. But yeah, the Spurs have talked about often over and over again about how important it is to draft not just with skill set, but also personality, and character involved in the decision as well. Some teams, every team values that, but some teams value it a little bit more, and you can tell how much San Antonio Spurs organization values character and sort of work ethic and all of the intangible things that aren't just like, are they a good basketball team, or are they a good basketball player? What are the skills they have? Mark said, Pop is the man, great human being. I love Pop. I love Pop. Absolutely adore that man. I agree with you, 100%. Now Dimitri said, let's go Spurs. Here we go. You said the Spurs have gotten lucky in the draft. Draft is all about luck, brother. Draft is all about luck. Nick Yak said, foul. Don't let them take a 3. Yeah. A foul right away. Interesting decision. With 9.8 on the clock, yeah, I don't personally like that strategy just because I think it's anti-basketball. Like, let me just guard you straight up. But trying to win the basketball game, you foul right away for sure. You do. Caruso's looking to inbound it. They get it into Holmgren. Holmgren up top. And De'Aaron Fox quickly just takes the foul. 2 seconds come off the clock. 8 seconds exactly to go here. Nazalan said that's where they developed Derek White. Yeah, Derek White came from the Spurs too. Another high character dude. So Chet Holmgren at the foul line for 2 free throws. You got to knock down both. They don't have any more timeouts. As Chet Holmgren misses a free throw. Oof. So with no timeouts remaining, do you miss this free throw purposely? Try to win the loose ball rebound. And then, let's see. Doesn't look like he's going to try to miss it. They don't have big men down there to rebound, so it looks like he's going to make it. He does make it. They don't have any more timeouts. The Spurs use their final timeout here. So both teams out of timeouts. Spurs holding on to a 2-point lead, 108-106, 8 seconds to go. Spurs have to inbound it with no timeouts remaining. Obviously, the Thunder have to come in and foul. Nat Turner said, appreciate you, Spurs up. Appreciate you, Nat Turner. Appreciate you, Nat. George Jones said, when we played the full fourth? Not the full fourth, but most of the fourth, George Jones. Most of the fourth. He started the fourth, came out for a little bit of a stretch in between there for about a 2-3 minute stretch, and then came back in and ended the game. Mr. Lee said, update the score. Oh, my bad. Thank you, Mr. Lee. 108-106 with 8 seconds to go. Kay Hazy said, better game than the Knicks Magic. Yeah, the Magic suffered a couple of injuries, and then the Knicks pulled away, and then kind of ended it a little bit earlier. Yak said, unbelievable Cup chance looking better. I don't know if it's looking better. I really don't know if it's looking better. You really want to go up against this alien Victor Wembanyama on Tuesday? You think that gives the Knicks a better chance? I don't know about that one. I've championed and rang the bell constantly about how easy the Thunder schedule has been to start the year. I don't think there's this unbeatable, dominating team that people have tried to make them out to be. They're obviously the best team in the league, and they have a chance to still break the 70-win mark. But I think their start of the year was patented out with a very easy schedule. So they foul Wembanyama here. 2 seconds came off the clock. 6.1 on the clock. Wembanyama at the foul line. Knock down both of these free throws and the game is over. You're up 2 here. You knock down both of these free throws, the game is over. You at least need 1 to make sure you can't lose the game on a regular shot here. Wemby knocks down the first one. You know, I said, remember that game where Brunson scored like 60 and Wemby beat us? Yeah, and Wemby had 40 and 20. You know, like Wemby terrifies me more than anybody else in the league because there is no guarding this guy. So Wemby misses the second one. They could tie it up and force an overtime. Nope, De'Aaron Fox smartly uses a foul there. Smart from De'Aaron Fox. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even hesitate. He allowed J-Dub to blow past him, thinking he made it past him, and then quickly just grabbed him and drew the foul. Smart. So now you have to make the first one, miss the second one, and fight for a putback. Because that said, Wemby on Christmas was a beast. Yeah, and he hit like 7 threes that night and had another 40-point outburst. Wemby terrifies me. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but the Spurs aren't as good as the Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder are the better overall team. Look, what I'm basically saying, Yak, is I don't think the Spurs give the Knicks a better chance, is all I'm saying. J-Dub made the first free throw, so obviously he's going to try and miss this. They're going to try and get a putback. J-Dub knocks it down, and J-Dub is upset. So if you're Wembanyama, you just heave it down the other end of the court. They get it into Vassell, and gets fouled by Caruso. And Caruso's upset. He's saying he didn't foul. Trying to say he pulled his hands away at the last second. And they don't have any timeouts to use a challenge. They had a challenge available, but they don't have any more timeouts to use it. So Vassell will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Caruso was upset. He didn't like the foul call. It didn't really look like a foul call. The only thing I guess they could have called it if they did go to review it is maybe a wraparound grab by Caruso, but either way, they called the foul, and there are no timeouts remaining to use a challenge, so all is what it is. And Vassell's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. Just that's a Yabu onto Wemby. Imagine Yabu Sele trying to guard Wemby. Hilarious. Just that's it. Our Caruso's OG. Definitely. Yak said both great teams. Yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle either way, for sure. Knicks have a lot to prove. Down 2 rotation players. We talked about it, Yak, in the sense that the Knicks don't have they don't have a deep enough team. They don't have a deep enough team to survive the 2 injuries they have to key role players. Vassell knocked down both free throws. It's 111-108. Stephon Castle uses yet another foul there. Spurs are up by 3. I said, Wemby eats Yabu for lunch, only there's too much Yabu to eat. AB said, Karl Anthony Towns is going to have his work cut out for him. He is. Towns. Robinson. J-Dub knocks down the first one. Now you give them another opportunity. You miss. It is 111-109. I forgot to update the score previously. Just that said, it's Sunday. It is Sunday. It is 12 now, officially 12 a.m. It is officially Sunday. J-Dub misses that one. Caruso comes flying in. Can't get it. And that is the end. And the Oklahoma City Thunder lose it. And the Spurs deliver the Thunder their second loss of the season, guys. See, Tyler, appreciate you. Nick Yak, appreciate you. Even more fouling than I thought. Yeah, the Spurs were not messing around. They were not messing around. They end the Thunder's 16-game winning streak. And we will be facing the San Antonio Spurs in the finals. Boy, oh boy, and we're going to face a healthier Wembanyama. He looked fantastic tonight. He looked absolutely fantastic. Knicks Spurs, here we go. What just happened? Spurs knocked off the Thunder. Spurs managed to knock off the Thunder. 111-109. Suns Gen said, wow, will be great finals. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Absolutely phenomenal game set up here for the Spurs taking on the Knicks for the NBA Cup. Oh, boy. Rematch of the 1999 finals. Here we go. Zane Killian. What's up, Zane? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. He said, good luck, Knicks. Let's go. Let's go, Zane. Let's go. Yak said, what day, what time? It is Tuesday. The championship game is Tuesday. We could also look for Monday games as well. Tuesday, what time? 8:30. 8:30. So we will be live at 8 o'clock to go through our pre-game preamble as usual. 8:30 start time for the tip. We will be live at 8, Tuesday, 7:30. It says 8:30 right here, Eastern time. So unless they change it, as of right now, it is set up for 8:30. See Tyler, Xmas game. These 2 teams will meet up on Xmas yet again. The Spurs are matched up against the Thunder for the Christmas Day game. It's going to be another great one. Another great one. Can't wait. Rose Pierce said, LOL, SGA 23 free throws? SGA didn't have 23 free throws tonight. Adam Silver is already making the phone call. But we will also be live. We won't be live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, or today, technically, Sunday. But we'll be live on Monday. We got Pistons Celtics. We might watch Pistons Celtics. Raptors Heat. Raptors have not been good without R.J. Barrett, and they also missed Emmanuel quickly the other day, so not all that interested in that one, although it is an interesting game. You got Mavericks, Jazz, you got Rockets, Nuggets, a late-night game. We might do a doubleheader on Monday again. Hold on. Monday NBC game. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. What is going on with ESPN right now? We have Pistons Celtics 7 o'clock start time. And then the late game, you have Rockets Nuggets. Hold on. Do we do another doubleheader on Monday? We might do that. We might do that. I was thinking that NBC late game should be good. Yeah, Rockets Nuggets is going to be good. We have watched the Rockets-Nuggets game so far this year. Pistons-Celtics is also going to be good. So as of right now, my idea is to watch Pistons-Celtics. Maybe we'll do Rockets-Nuggets. It is a late-night game, but who knows? Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. We might just keep the doubleheaders rolling because I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. But that's going to wrap it up. Nice, solid NBA Cup night. Phenomenal games between the two of them. Quick shout out to all of the channel members here. Thank you guys for continuously supporting the channel. Thank you guys very, very much for your generosity. Also, thank you, AP, who's very generous tonight with a couple of super chats. Thank you, of course, as always, AP. Sons Jen, Justice's dad, my man Mark. Who's this? Tapatio, please? What's up, Tapatio? Go Spurs, go. We'll see you guys on Tuesday, Tapatio. We will be back. Rose Pierre. Appreciate you, Rose Pierre. Angela Harding. If you want your name shouted out, throw it in the chat right now. Appreciate you, Angela Harding. And, of course, thank you guys for hanging out with me. That is about 6 solid hours of basketball tonight. We will be doing it again. Spurs ended up pulling off the 2-point victory over the Oklahoma City Thunders, and that was without a fully healthy Wembanyama. So they do play the Spurs coming up again 2 more times on the 23rd and then on the 25th for the Christmas Day game. So I appreciate you guys. George Jones, I appreciate you. As always, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with us. And with that being said, make sure you brush your teeth before bed. Make sure you stay hydrated. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Good night, everybody. Leaks Russ, what's up, Leaks Russ? Happy Pride Day. Is it Pride Day? Shout out to all the Pride people. Appreciate you guys. I Like Shoes, what's up, I Like Shoes? Appreciate you. This is crazy. They actually lose. They do lose. They do lose. K Hazy, appreciate you. Brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.